What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Church Guys post game show for January 23rd, 2024. New York Knicks against the New Jersey Nets. I'm sorry, the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets tonight, live from Barclays Center in Brooklyn. The beginning of NBA Rivals Week, another contrived thing that the NBA puts together to try to put some butts in seats and put some eyes before television. Rivals Week going on in the NBA. First game of Rivals Week tonight saw the Knicks and the Nets. Knicks escape. Yes, I said it correctly. The Knicks escape from MSG South, better known as the Barclays Center, with a 108-103 victory. Jalen Brunson, 30 points tonight. Julius Randle, 30 points tonight. Lot to talk about, not just with this game, but a lot happening in the NBA. So do us a favor. Please like, share, tag, comment. Let's get the conversation going. It's going to be an interesting show tonight. We got a lot to discuss, not just with the New York Knicks, but some goings on around the NBA as well. A trade happened today, a firing happened today, and right at this moment is the perfect time we bring in Bishop L.
Trying to get my pressure back down.
Oh my goodness, what a game tonight. What a game tonight. And not in a good way. Not in a good way. Sam Jennings said it was a close one. It was too close for my comfort, Sam. But way too close for my comfort as a Knick fan. I accidentally called them New Jersey Nets. Ted says, yeah, they're still the New Jersey Nets. They'll be from Jersey. Well, they're from Long Island, but we'll discuss that another time. Ted also says, I'll take the escape. L, talk to us as Bishop J. Mack joins us.
Um, I I'm a
Are you
little lost for
speechless?
words. Yeah, because I'm. You know what it is, man. Like I saw I saw a lot of weakness in this team today. Like and a lot of weaknesses, a lot of things that can get us exposed in the playoffs. Like when I play a team like this, I'm thinking playoffs because this is the kind of game where you learn what these guys'
Mm-hmm.
psyche is really about. Like, yo, like they showed us a lot of weaknesses in their game today, man. Like that bench, something's got to be done. We need a signing in that bench. Something has to happen in that bench, or we are toast in the second round. I can tell you that right now. If that bench is not perfected or something done with that bench, we are toast in the second round. The way that bench played is horrible. And this is a Brooklyn team that's what 14 and a thousand. Like we should have been able to run through this team. We should have been able to run through this team. You let this kid Bridges drop like what 100 on you. Like yo, it's just a crazy game today, man. I'm not sure. I'm still yeah, I'm a little lost for words, man. J Mac, you take it. You take it because I'm like I don't know. We got the win. I guess I should be happy with the win. But I don't know. I don't know.
J Mac.
Good evening, fellas, and good evening, Knicks Nation. Can y'all see me? I see something else up on the screen, but can y'all see
Yeah,
me?
we see you. I got the box score up.
Oh, okay, no problem. Keep it up there. I have to agree with L, um, but I do. Listen. It shows you how important Hartenstein and Mitch Robinson is to this Knicks team, man. When we don't have that dominant big in there, man, did you see how many loose, how many or I know they killed us on the offensive glass. I mean, we just could not corral a rebound for like a couple of possessions, man.
Nick Claxton,
And
17
it
rebounds
really,
tonight for Brooklyn.
yes, man, we got destroyed, man. I mean, we really missed Isaiah Hartenstein tonight, and of course, Mitch Robinson overall. Jericho Sims, he gave a little spurt, in the beginning, and just by the way, just a quick, I know we talk about Knicks, but Doc Rivers accepts the Milwaukee Bucks head coaching position. They just put it up on the screen.
I
I
just
had
saw
no
that.
doubt. I had no doubt that he would. I had no doubt that he would. He had been
Yeah.
consulting with Adrian
Um,
Griffin for the past several weeks anyway. So
yeah.
Jamal Lewis says
So
the Knicks got to stop playing with their food. Can't agree more. Can't agree more.
yeah, yeah, they played with it tonight. And I think L, you said it best. We know they don't take the Nets seriously, but at the same time, when you got a chance to go over 10 games over, you got a chance to put a team away. They didn't rotate out on the 3-point line tonight. And I think I said that to you earlier, D-Lo, in the first quarter. I think I said that to you
Yep.
in the chat. And they let them get hot from three, man. I mean, and they never rotated out. Finally, in the fourth quarter, you saw it, but they still were getting wide open shots. Brooklyn just ran out of gas. They just couldn't hit the shots.
Well,
But
Brooklyn
we did
hasn't
not
closed a
rotate.
fourth quarter in about a week.
What
They
did
haven't
I
closed-
what did I say? What did I say in the chat? If we win this game, it will be because Brooklyn
They
ran out of gas.
You said it, and they did. They ran out of gas. I'm happy. I will say this: I'm not going to totally. I'm going to give them a little glimmer, because in years past,
They would
we
have
would
lost
have
this
lost
game.
this game.
They would have lost this game.
Yes, we would have been talking about a disappointing Knicks loss. How they came in and didn't do what they were supposed to do. But hey, they got the W. I'm not happy about how they got it tonight, but I am happy that they did get it, because just as easy as we won it, we could have lost this game. And Randall down the stretch, listen, it's like Shaq said, he's up, he's down. But Randall down the stretch was up. And I think
He
I
was
said
up
in the
and
chat,
down.
yeah, we were
He
going to
almost
need
cost
both
us this
him
game. Randall giveth and Randall almost taketh away.
I said we were going to need him and Brunson to close, and he really did a good job closing. But like you said, yeah, he gave up a lot, but kudos to the Knicks. And yeah, Butler, it was a lot. It was nerve wracking. I wasn't even screaming and yelling at the screen. I'll just sit here like this, like, can we get this over with? Can we just get this over with? That's where I
Jamal,
was at.
Jamel brings up a very valid point here with his comment. The IQ is low, but the heart is big, which equals it to big heartbreaks in the postseason. And that's very true. You know, all of this talk has been going on all year long about the Knicks need a number one, a number one, a number one. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I think Brunson might already be that. He's not flashy like everybody else, but, he is a number one. Randall has all the potential in the world to be a 1A, if not a 1. But his low IQ, again, late in the game, you just got up by 1, you secure a rebound. Let's take it from a number 1. LeBron James in that moment gets that, advances the ball and slows it down immediately. Durant, advance the ball, slow it down. Let's milk the clock. Number ones make the right decisions in those moments. True number ones make smart basketball plays. Let's get a good shot or a foul. We're going to make them have to foul us, because the more aggressive they are in this moment, the more susceptible they are to giving up a foul here, and we can get easy points. You're trying to build on a 1-point lead. The urgency that you needed earlier, you didn't need in that moment.
I totally agree with you. I mean, we know, Randall doesn't have the IQ, and I will agree with you on that too. That I believe Brunson is our number one.
Yeah.
I believe that Brunson is our number one. I think we need a number 2, because Randall is a 3. He's not even a 1A. We've seen enough sample size.
But Tibbs treats him like a 1A. It kills me.
Well, we know that too. He's not a 1A. He's not a 1. He's a 3.
Well, he
He's a
got
3.
1A. He got 1A money though. So I mean, you got to treat him like a 1A because you're paying him like a 1A.
Yeah, but then it's like Jamel Lewis said, you get the heart without the IQ, and you get heartbreaking losses in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
We got to
Jamel,
get
Jamel, I
another
think
play.
Jamel's comment right now. I think that was just the case for tonight, because I do see good ball movement. Good, they run very well. I think tonight These niggas played like trash. They played like trash and they eked a win out tonight. They eked the win out. They played like trash.
Which is good for the Knicks because you, as we said, this would have been a loss in
Yeah.
other years.
They
Even
eked
last
the
year.
win out.
Last
They
year this would
eked,
have been a loss.
yeah. They eked the win out. But now here's the interesting thing. Because while I'm looking at the game, I'm like, yo, you know what? They're keeping this game very, very close. And so when I saw that they was keeping the game very close, I knew there was a fourth quarter burnout. There was a fourth quarter blast off coming. The way that they played for 3 quarters, I knew there was gonna be a fourth quarter comeback. It just had all of the feel for what was getting ready to happen. On top of the fact the crowd started sounding like you was on Madison Avenue.
You saw what I put in the chat. I said MSG South.
MSG South. The crowd started sounding like we was in the Garden, and that's when you start. The game turned around in that fourth quarter. Interesting stat that I like is, we beat the teams that we supposed to beat. We 19-0 against teams under 500. 19-0.
Again,
we eked out of it tonight,
that
but
would not have happened for a stat that would not have happened for the Knicks.
Would not have been the case.
It
would not have been the case.
We
right.
lose. We would lose to those teams. The Knicks are different this year. We need that. What we need. We need Clarkson from Utah. We need Murray from Atlanta. We need somebody else. We got it. I'm with you, Al. If we don't get that, we're getting bounced in the second round because we're going to get that second unit is going to get bogged down, or they're going to overplay the first unit in minutes. We're going to get killed. We got to get another.
They're going to make a move
tonight.
They're going to make. They're going to make a move. They're going to make a move. It's almost a guarantee. They're going to make a move. They're going to make a move.
I hope, I pray so, man, because it would be a shame to do all this work and get bounced in the second round. I know we're going to talk about it. I can't wait till we talk about the Milwaukee side because I've got some feelings. I got some feelings on this. I'm sure y'all do too, but I got some feelings on this. But
I have none. I don't follow Milwaukee at all.
On this Doc Rivers side.
Well, I have none. I don't follow Milwaukee at all. I hate Milwaukee. I go there to preach every now and then. I preach and I try to catch a flight the very first thing in the morning. I hate it out there.
Jamel says that the Knicks are spectators in a half-court game. I actually disagree with that statement. What you have,
I disagree with that.
I disagree too.
They don't shoot. I watch guys with wide open looks not look to take their shot to get the ball back to Brunson or Randall. It's like everybody's afraid that if they miss this shot, coach is going to yank them, that's what Tibbs does. And so other than Dante DiVincenzo, everybody else is afraid to shoot when they get an open look.
Oh my God! The Lakers are in ninth place.
Yeah,
they're only 500.
The Lakers are not good. The Lakers are not good.
They're gonna not make the playoffs this year. Jesus.
That is definitely a possibility. But the Knicks win tonight was a. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to say, I'm sorry, before you get the score, I want to just piggyback off of what you said. The Knicks are too unselfish now.
Is it selfishness or is it fear?
No, they're
I think it's a little. I think it's a little of both. I think it's a little.
Okay.
I think it's a little fear of the coach yanking them out, and I think it's a little bit of being unselfish. Well, hey, I know I can take this shot, but I'm gonna give it to the next guy that got a better shot. Because if I take the shot and I miss it, I can get yanked out, even though I know I can make the shot. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. And I like the unselfishness. But the first rule is, as an NBA player, you got a wide open look and the closest man is 4 feet away from you. You don't look to pass it again. You put that shot up. Especially when it's within your range.
Anunoby got off to us. Anunoby was doing that a lot tonight, man.
Yeah.
He finally decided to take over, to score, to try to be more
But
aggressive.
he didn't
but
have a
did
choice
that all
because
night.
no
He
one in the
was too
second unit
unselfish.
was getting any points. So when he was in with the second unit, he had to take over because there was nobody else doing anything. Jamel says fear, just as Grimes. Oh, I absolutely agree with that in terms of Quentin Grimes. You look at him and Deuce, they're looking over their shoulders at the bench. And, again, Deuce is a nice 6'2" player, but he's not a playmaker at the point guard position. That's not a guy that's going to get in the lane and make something happen like a Quickly did. You know,
He's a point guard. He's a point guard he's only a point guard because of his size.
Yeah.
But he's really a
He's
two
a two.
guard.
He's a two. Absolutely.
Yeah,
he
he's a
played off
two.
the ball at West Virginia. He played off the ball at West Virginia.
Yes.
But you can be a 6'2" two guard in college. Can't do that in the NBA. Unless you're like
Can't
Donovan
do it.
Mitchell. Unless you got a bag like Donovan Mitchell.
Exactly.
Unless you got a bag like Donovan Mitchell. That's the only way you can get away with that.
Exactly.
But other than that, tonight's game
We're 10 games over, fellas. We're 10
That's
games
exactly
over.
how-
Don't
that
not lose
feeling,
that.
that feeling that you just had right there, D-Lo, that is the exact feeling I felt when this show started tonight. Unbelievable, unbearable.
But
I
I'm
could not get
I'm
the
here
words.
to talk you guys off the ledge. We're 10 games over, fellas.
And it was
And,
important
yo.
to get to this milestone. It is important.
Yeah.
I think it's great that this
games
early
over.
in the season we're 10 games over. You got Denver coming in Thursday. You've got Miami on Saturday. Those are two very important games. Miami, the movie's a perfect segue, made a very good trade today. Dumping Kyle Lowry for Terry Rozier, which I think was a huge pickup. But I do agree with Shaq's point that he made in the pregame. Does Rozier fit? Because Miami has
That's
a culture.
a great question. Because
Miami has a great culture. And Terry Rozier, the things he got away with and the poor shots he got away with in Charlotte, he ain't getting away with those playing for Eric Spoelstra. He's not going to get away with defensive lapses playing for Eric Spoelstra.
he did
That's gonna be-
better. Let's not forget he used to be in Boston. He played well up there
He did. He absolutely did.
when he was there.
I think they may regress.
He played
I
well
think
up there.
Miami might actually regress.
Really?
I think that's a bad move for them. That's not a move that really pushes the meter. And
But again, Pat Riley knows what he's doing, so maybe he knows something about Rozier that we don't.
okay.
Offensively, he's going to give them some punch.
He gives them
He's
some
gonna
punch
give them some punch
offensively.
offensively.
I do agree that
Yes.
based upon history, there would be a regression defensively. Like I'm interested to see who they have to put on Jalen Brunson now on Saturday because Tyler Hero can't guard a light post. So what are you gonna have? You're gonna have Jimmy Butler guarding Jalen Brunson on Saturday? That's what it's looking like. And if you're doing that, OG Anunoby and Julius Randle are going off.
They're gonna go off.
And
But
I can't wait for Anunoby to lock up Butler.
he's gonna lock him up. Woo! He's
Oh,
gonna
I
lock him
can't
up.
wait for
You're,
this Saturday.
you're gonna see Anunobi, and you're gonna see Anunoby on Butler one possession and Bam another. He's just gonna be back and forth between the
Yes.
two of them all game long on Saturday.
It's gonna be so.
So
It's gonna be so sweet. I'm just a little nervous because it's a 3:00 game.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm nervous.
3 p.m. game at the Garden, yeah. So what happened the last 3 o'clock game on MLK Day?
Oh, yes. That's the only thing that makes me nervous, and it's Miami. So
Also, curious move by Tibbs late in the game, pulling Dante DiVincenzo to bring OG back in the game. Yes, OG needed to get back in the game, but wouldn't you pull Josh Hart there? Because at that point, you still needed a bucket getter. You needed a guy who would be able to make a three, and Josh Hart just didn't have it tonight. I'm just going to call it what it is. He just didn't have it tonight.
Yeah, but I'm glad that Josh Hart was on the floor because that save that could have went out of bounds that got thrown up the court.
Yeah.
You just gotta take that and you gotta say, you know what? It's a good thing that he was on the floor. It's almost like the Jeter. It's almost like the Jeter play.
The flip play.
The flip play, right? Like you gotta say, he wasn't supposed to be there, but damn, I'm glad he was there.
But again, that goes. But the thing about Josh Hart is Josh Hart actually has a decent basketball IQ. I think he's just he plays with too much heart sometimes. Sometimes he's a bit overzealous when it comes to certain things. But he has a decent basketball IQ. Like with the Jeter play, that was just all IQ. That was I see this is happening. I know I need to be somewhere in the middle of this play. That's all IQ. And you gotta you look for guys that are going to do that. And other than Randall, the Knicks, I think, I don't know if Jamel is still on here, but I think the Knicks have a decent basketball IQ, except for Julius Randle.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
there
the special
are
ed.
no.
He's the special ed one on our team.
He's the short yellow bus member of the
He's
team.
the short yellow bus. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but yeah, he's definitely IEP evaluated.
D'Lo.
IEP.
Do I
Oh man,
shoot now?
we gotta talk about
Do
that in just a minute as well.
do
So,
I shoot? Do I shoot now, or do I? Am
So-
I supposed to pass? What is an assist?
So the huge thing that happened in the NBA today didn't have to do with any players, but it had to do with the head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. Today, the Milwaukee Bucks fired head coach Adrian Griffin with
With a winning record.
with a 30-13 record. The first time that this has happened since David Blatt was fired by LeBron. Let's just call it what it is. But since David Blatt was fired by LeBron in Cleveland with a 30-11 record at that time. What was this about, fellas?
The players didn't like him.
The players
The
didn't
players
like him.
didn't like the coach.
But also, Doc Rivers was undermining himself into that job. He was getting that job. It was gonna happen. It was just a foregone conclusion. You've been advising these people over the last couple of weeks. That job was as good as his.
Listen, at this point, Milwaukee, as a coach, and because just like the players have their own fraternity, the coaches have one as well. And I get coaching jobs in the NBA are few and far between, but I'm sure solid coaches are kind of looking at this organization a little sideways right now. They fired Mike Budenholzer, who he had a tough playoff last year, but his brother had just died.
And he won you a championship.
And now you hire Adrian Griffin. Now, you made this hire thinking that you were pivoting in terms of your ability to challenge. Then you go out and make the deal for Damian Lillard. So now, of course, now you're back in the championship conversation because you weren't really in the championship conversation before that. You're upset that your efficiency is down, but your 3 wins better than you were last year. Your defensive efficiency is down. Of course it is. Drew Holiday was an A1 defender at the guard position who could defend 1 through 3. Dame Lillard, for all of his offensive exploits, can't guard a light post. I mean, you were going to have a drop-off defensively. And Adrian Griffin still got this team off to a 30-13 record with them incorporating Dame, with him having to navigate a star-studded locker room, most of whom have won a championship. Because I'm sure they had a chip on their shoulders as well. Like, who this first-year coach trying to tell us what to do, and we won a championship. Like, you brought in Doc Rivers, and no offense, just like Jamal Crawford said tonight, Doc won 1 championship. I mean, taking nothing away from Doc, but he won once. Like, it's not like you brought in Phil Jackson in his heyday. You didn't bring in Pat Riley. You didn't. I mean, if you're making a move to bring in one of those guys, okay, whatever. But you fired your first-year coach, who was off to a great start, and you didn't even give him the chance to have a playoff run. And I get it. Dame's window is closing. He's 33. I get it. Dame's window is closing, but still, I think that was horrible. And you could see Jamal Crawford was pissed.
Well,
D'Lo, I would
like to.
If you could do this, but I'm gonna let you, Bella. I'm just wanting. Can you do this for me, and then Butler? Can you look up? I want you to look up, and we've gone over this last year. Doc Rivers playoff record in games.
That by itself. That by itself.
Because to me, I don't care about the regular season.
Right.
I need a coach that can. that can get me across the finish line in a game 7. He is the most losing coach in game 7s in NBA history. And this is who you fire your first year coach who get you to 30 and 13, and you
30 and 13. Yep.
You this who you bring in? He can't win a game 7.
Yep.
Well, I say bring Adrian Griffin to New York as an assistant coach.
I'll take him. I mean, I'm hearing that the Atlanta might want to deal his son and along with DeJounte Murray over here anyway.
Right. We'll have another father and son duo on the squad.
It's worked out for Jalen and for Rick.
That's what I said. We have another squad, another father and son duo on the team. Bring them. What is Doc Rivers' record?
Doc Rivers had in 215 playoff games. Doc Rivers' record as a coach is 111 and 104. 516 winning percentage.
Game 7s. He's the most losingest coach, they said, in NBA history in game 7, in elimination game 7s.
That's terrible.
I can't wait till he tell you his record. You ain't gonna believe his record in game 7s. You're not gonna believe it. And I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want a coach like that if I'm trying to win a championship.
Doc
wouldn't.
Rivers is 6-10 in game 7s in his coaching career. 6-10. He's coached in 16 game 7s. He is 6-10.
Good luck, Milwaukee. Just
Yep.
don't go to a game 7. That's all I tell you.
You fired a rookie coach who was doing a great job. And I agree, Ted. You know, Milwaukee's a smoldering fire at this point. You might as well call it a dumpster fire. I see this backfiring. I think Milwaukee has now just opened the door for the Knicks to slide into that second spot if we can right our ship. I mean, because, yeah, we're going through a little bit of a lull right now, but we don't have the chemistry issues that they now have in Milwaukee. Jamel says Milwaukee is soft for that, and the Lakers are too. Watch they fire Darvin Ham instead of correcting LeBron. I totally agree. I think that's happening.
They already met with LeBron already met with management. They said he already met with management, and that's why he's not playing tonight. You know LeBron ain't playing tonight.
Yeah,
he's
I'm
out
watching
again
it right
tonight?
now.
I'm not watching, but he's out again tonight? Wow.
And
Yeah,
why
but
is he out?
They said it's a discipline issue.
Oh, wow.
They said
LeBron?
that him wants an apology before he brings him back. I don't know how
Wow.
true that is. You know how all this fake news stuff.
I respect Darvin Ham for that. I respect Darvin Ham for that. You guys keep talking. I'll be back in a second.
Listen. Doc Rivers being the head coach, I'm not sold on it, man.
So wait, LeBron is out for disciplinary action?
That's what I saw on the internet today. But again, you don't know if it's true or not.
Right.
But they did say LeBron has met with management about getting rid of Darvin Ham. They said that's out in the rumor mill.
I think if they allow LeBron to continue to run this team, he's going to run them into the ground.
He's already
D-Lo,
done
what
it.
is that? What is that crackling in your?
That's what I'm trying to figure out where it's coming from. I thought it was me. It's not me. That's why I went out and came back out.
No, it stopped when you went out.
No, it can't be.
Yeah, it stopped when you went out.
Yeah, it did. It stopped when you went out.
All right, let me see something here.
It stopped when you went out.
It's him. It's him with his fancy microphones. No, now it's back. It's
Listen, I'm just happy the Knicks are 10 games over. I think we got a chance, like you said, to do that 10-3. Right now, they're 10-2 since.
yeah. We could do it. We definitely can do it.
They're 10 games over since OG has been there. 10-2 since OG has been there. So, and I think
Yeah,
that 10-3.
yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna go back
we
out
gotta.
into our
All right, all right. We have a decent team, and I really believe that we have to make a move in order to make it happen. It might not have been you, D-Lo. It might have been J Mac.
Yeah, it might have been J Mac there, but yeah, I mean we have a decent team. Jamel says 7-8 in game sevens. Doc Rivers, he's a crapshoot. LeBron tries to be the coach and tries to be point guard when both positions are already filled. That's the Lakers' problem. I agree. They've given LeBron way too much power out there in LA, and they've allowed him to craft a team in his own image. And while he is probably the best player one of the best players on the planet, if not the best player on the planet. He is absolutely not a GM. And sometimes you just got to let the basketball people do their job. There's a reason why there's a front office in place. There's a reason why there are GMs and coaches and different ones hired. Your job is to be the floor general or be the leader on the team on the floor. Absolutely true. But there is no way in the world that this should be an issue that they continue to have with LeBron James in LA. I mean, they gave him the keys to the castle, and he hasn't really done anything other than the title in the bubble. And I take nothing away from that because they still had to win the championship, but that's pretty much all LeBron has done in LA. Q the Prophet says LeBron should just play his position in ball. I agree. And yeah, LeBron believes his own hype. Anytime you've got a guy who, when he makes a big shot, puts an imaginary crown on his own head, anytime you got someone who goes by the moniker of King James on their social media, it tells you the ego might be just a little bit out of control. And LeBron's ego is probably more than a little bit out of control, Jamel. I gotta agree with you on that one wholeheartedly. And the ego has now gotten the best of them in LA. And the bad part about it is, with an ego that large and things going poorly, you kind of got to double down rather than taking that step back. Because if he takes the step back, then he loses face, and in losing face, he loses power. LeBron is trying to position himself into being a potential ownership candidate. He is on record as saying that when he retires, he wants to own an NBA franchise in Las Vegas. So he's trying to position himself there as far as that goes. But I think he's tarnishing his legacy as a player with the way things are going right now.
He's also trying to strong arm the NBA into him playing with a franchise that will draft his son. So don't forget that that's also a factor in all of this too. That he's trying to position himself if he can't play in the NBA, he'll go overseas as long as he can play with his son. He wants to play with his son. So
that is absolutely true. And the bad part is, he has that kind of cachet because Bronny is already on people's draft boards, and Bronny honestly has not been all that great this year with USC. I don't know why he went to USC. I wouldn't go that far, Corey. Down on Corey Ballard says his son is trash. Bronny's not trash. Bronny's underdeveloped and he's undersized. He is a 6'2" guard. He is not a 6'8" forward like his father is. Bronny is not a boy amongst men like his father was. Bronny, I think, could have a solid NBA career, but he may have to play a minimum of 3 years in college. His father didn't have to do that. Bronny may have to play 3 years in college.
And you also got to understand too that you know, LeBron had to grow into his body. You know, this
True.
kid is still growing into his body. I don't think he's trash either. I believe that Melo's son is
That now
light year,
that
light
that's the
years
one
ahead
I'm
of him.
watching. Cayenne is a problem.
Yes. Now Melo's son is light years ahead of him, but I don't think Braun is trash. But I think he's gonna
Thank you, Corey.
develop. What did he say?
He said I made solid points. I appreciate that, even though it's from a Clippers fan. I'm just messing with you.
But
Y'all enjoy this win tonight because y'all gonna beat the Lakers tonight. I know.
well, it's pretty close right now. 2-point game with 132 in the first. So Clippers up by 2.
I really don't think Bronny should have gone to USC. But again, it's one of those things where it feels like his father steered him that way because he wasn't going to go play for Calipari, although that might have been the best thing for
But
him.
USC is in their backyard. That's why.
I get it, but is that really right for him? Maybe he needs to be with a coach that is going to prepare him for the NBA.
Not when your father thinks he's better than any coach that's coaching in the NCAA. His father, come on, LeBron thinks he's all the coach that Bronny needs. You know that. It's like
that's that ego. That's that ego.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the ego.
What you think about Bronny James?
I think Cayenne is way better.
We just said that.
We just said that.
We just said that.
You just said that?
Yeah, Cayenne is gonna be a problem.
Oh, well, out of the mouth of two is every word established.
Yes.
I think Cayenne is way better. I seen that coming because Melo is a student of the game of basketball.
Right.
And I watched the workouts that he and Cayenne have, and I never see that with LeBron and Bronny. Bronny is just a ball player who happens to be the son of LeBron James.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad, L. That's bad. Oh, that's bad.
But it's very true. To Jamal's point, Bronny will come and score 7 to 10 points a game. He'll be a good bench player, but at 6'2", he's gonna be hard pressed.
Bronny is a ball player.
I agree with that totally.
Bronny is he's a ball player that happens to be the son of LeBron James. When it's all said and done,
Cayenne got that dog in him already.
They're not going to be saying Cayenne Carmelo's son. They're going to be saying Carmelo Cayenne's father.
Cayenne got that dog in him already.
He has that dog in
already.
him.
I watched some clips of him playing just over the summer. That boy got that dog in him already.
And with Cayenne, it's like he keeps getting better.
Yes, and now he's grown to 6'5".
He's 6'5" now.
He's developing into an NBA body also.
Yeah,
I don't see that with Bronny, and I'm surprised because LeBron is a workout holic. He takes care of his body. I'm surprised. Maybe we'll start to see Bronny develop with his body or whatever. But I mean, you can see the structure on Cayenne. You can see it.
But also Melo
too much pressure. I think it's too much pressure, and I think that's why he had that slight heart attack too, because the pressure was up.
The pressure of his father's living in his father's shadow.
Too much pressure.
Listen, that name James, that's a lot of weight to carry, bro.
That is.
That's a lot of weight to carry, man. It's like the
thing is, they said They said Bryce is the dominant one though, the one coming behind Bronny.
That's the one
Bryce
that they're talking about.
Yeah,
that's the one they're talking about.
Bryce is the one. They're saying Bryce is the second coming of LeBron, or could be.
Russell Westbrook is going off.
You saw him rock the baby just now. He just rocked the baby.
Well, you got it. You had to expect that. You know he's coming for the Lakers. He got up for this game. But Cayenne Anthony, and I love Cayenne's confidence. They asked Cayenne in an interview, him right now versus
Oh,
16-year-old
rock the
him now
baby.
against his 16-year-old father. He said, "Oh, but cook him." He said, "My father didn't even get nice till he was 17."
It's
Yeah,
I'm
true though.
like, yo, Kanye.
But it's true. It's true. Like I watched that game with that game that high school
Jamel said, and
game.
this is why the Knicks need Westbrook.
I don't know, man.
Mel,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
they're not
know.
giving up Westbrook, man. They
I don't
The
they
know.
in
Clippers
fourth.
are not.
They in fourth place in the West right now, man. They making a push.
It's like Woj said in an interview today, and I was trying to cut the clip so I could play it, but it didn't cut right. Woj said in an interview today on NBA Today on ESPN, he said the Knicks are more than likely not going to make another big move this year. Like that superstar player is not going to be available this year because all the superstar players are on teams that are good. So like right now, nobody's making a move for that superstar player right now because everybody's in contention. That's
Everybody's
probably
in
going to
good
happen
spots
in the
right now.
offseason when somebody decides that they want out of their current situation. So we're going to have to watch who gets knocked out early in the playoffs. And that those will be the players that the Knicks target. But the Knicks are one small piece away from making probably a significant run at the conference finals this year. And I agree with
Jordan,
that. I agree with that assessment.
I would take Jordan Clarkson off of Utah too. I would definitely take him. He's
Listen.
instant offense off the bench, man.
Give me Jordan Clarkson. He can get a bucket.
Yes, he can.
I really would love to hear why Jamel wants Westbrook in a Knick uniform.
Jamel, where you at? You got a minute? Can you come on? Let me know in the comments. So just text me and I'll shoot you the link.
Yeah,
I don't know
because I'm not opposed to Westbrook. Westbrook is a dog. He could play, and I think that he would be all right in this New York environment.
Oh,
New York he'd be fine.
He'd be fine. I agree.
My thing is, would he be willing to come off the bench? Because that's really where we need him.
I mean, he's coming off the bench in LA.
That's where we need him. If he's coming, if you got him coming off the bench, think, oh my God, please.
Now that's a two-headed monster at point guard that would be problems for anybody.
Yeah,
Brunson, and then you got to deal with Westbrook,
and potentially having them on the floor together. Oh
at
my
times,
God.
yeah, for
yeah,
all
right,
sports,
yeah. I'm sure when Jamel comes on, he's gonna say the same thing I'm saying right now, because I'm really not opposed to Westbrook being in New York. As a matter of fact, I've always wanted him. I did. I ain't even gonna hold you. I always wanted him in New York. I just thought that he had so much New York killer in him.
Westbrook has never been a problem off the court.
No, Westbrook, quite honestly, has never been a problem on the court.
He's a stand-up dude.
Westbrook's competitive nature.
He's just weird with his
a little weird, and his competitive nature gets the best of him sometimes. But I don't know anybody who's ever said that Westbrook was a bad teammate. I've never heard that. I have never heard that. Even when he was in LA, of course he wanted to start. He wanted to be the point guard with the ball in his hands. But when you had an issue, and listen, they put him on the bench. He took it. He has done whatever was, even with the Clippers. They brought in Harden. It wasn't working with all four of them playing together. They decided, we'll start James Harden. Westbrook, you're better coming off the bench.
That's what I love about that kid, yo. He just the way he attacks the basket, yo.
You talking about Westbrook still?
Yeah, he still got fire in his sneakers, yo.
Yeah, he's still explosive to the basket.
Pastor Jamel Lewis joins us.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this Westbrook piece,
I don't know why every time he joins us, he's got to be in the shadow.
Dude, you don't see this big old bright chandelier on?
It's behind you.
That's the issue. It's behind you with the camera. It should be behind the camera so it illuminates you.
I don't know even how to do that because it's in the middle of the room and the way that my living room is. I'm sorry, God. Let me get it closer. Is that better? There we go. There we go.
Yeah, you got to kind of block it out so that we can see you. There you go.
Right, there we go.
Stay right there in that spot. Don't move.
Yeah. See, I look like an angel now. Wonderful.
Praise the Lord.
Got
Now-
the glow. You got the glow.
Exactly.
You got that
See,
glow.
y'all are getting the vision now. Y'all are catching the vision.
You got
See-
that. He got that show. He got that show enough glow.
Cue the
You
prophet said
understand?
that's a pilgrim
You
chandelier.
understand? You understand? That's right. Pilgrim chandeliers, boy. You know it. See, y'all getting the vision now. See, Westbrook already comes in with so much fire, no matter where you put him. He doesn't care as long as he's like. I've been watching Westbrook with the Clippers this year. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got that glow, boy.
The last dragon.
Right.
The
That's
Last
right.
Dragon. Show enough.
I'm so glad y'all saying that. Y'all prophesying to me and don't even know it. Look at don't even know it. Hallelujah.
That's why y'all gotta tune in to the Church Guys Sports Show, because y'all never know what's gonna happen on this show.
Yo, Jamel, as we was waiting for you to come on, I got the revelation. I understand. Like, I think that he would be great in New York. I think, as a matter of fact, I think Westbrook pushes us over the meter. I think he
Definitely.
pushes the needle.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, Westbrook is a needle mover because not for nothing, he's another closer. So
Yeah.
you've got somebody at late in games. If Brunson's not on, you can go to Westbrook late in games, and
Now, he ain't got a jump shot.
Listen,
But he doesn't need it because he can get to the basket against anybody.
This is the thing. Not only can he get to the basket, he can rebound, he can assist,
He's a walking triple double.
He is whatever needs to be done. And he is high IQ basketball.
True.
Joker, 31, 13, and 10 tonight.
That's right. That's right. Come on, Joke. But
He warming up for Thursday.
Oh yeah, he coming in because
he
gave it to him last year at the Garden, so he's coming with revenge on his mind. I'm sure.
He's warming up for Thursday, guys.
There's nobody on the Knicks right now that could. He's going to eat, so they're going to have to shut everybody else down.
Because there's no Mitch and there's no Hartenstein.
Yeah.
So,
even if there was, he would have ate. he's going.
I think they say Hartenstein might be back Thursday.
Well, I mean,
Really?
so that'll give us
Achilles injury.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it was just an ankle, that's one thing. An Achilles injury, I'm not expecting him back. They're saying it's an Achilles injury.
You know, I went through my Achilles, boy. I buzzed both of those jokers up.
Wait.
Time.
A severe Achilles injury?
Well, they didn't say it was severe, but they did say it was an Achilles injury. Now, I remember when Jamel blew out both of his Achilles playing ball.
Yeah, he hasn't torn them. He hasn't torn it, but they're saying it's sore. It's sprained.
What about Embiid 70 and 18 last night? Okay.
We're gonna play Kevin Durant's response.
I saw Kevin Durant's response.
Right.
I saw Kevin Durant's response.
I agree with it. By the way.
Listen, 70 and 18, that's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, but come on, man.
He gave up 33 to Wemby, though.
Right, and it's the Spurs.
See,
and it's the Spurs.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just like this, yo. When it comes down to a player who's that big and that skilled, he's gonna have nights like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And his mind is not like a Jokic. Jokic is, I'll dominate scoring when I need to. This guy is always like, I just want to score. I want to eat you alive. That's all he want to do is just dominate in that way.
Jokic's IQ is off the chain. His basketball IQ is just off the chain.
Jokic is he is the second coming of Larry Bird.
That's the thing. He don't jump higher than the curve.
He don't.
He's the second coming of Larry Bird.
I'm telling you, he don't jump higher than the curve.
But he can shoot, can pass, can rebound, can run the floor, can play the point. He clutch. He's the second coming of Larry Bird.
He is a whiz at knowing what spots to pick and when.
Most definitely.
He does everything well at different points in the game, and he knows exactly when to turn each of those things on. And definitely, that you got a player like that. That's just unstoppable. You can't do nothing with a player like that.
He's a franchise starter.
Yeah. Speaking of franchise starters, another perfect segue. So the NBA announced that there will be expansion coming up within the next 2 seasons. Seattle is going to be one. It looks like Vegas is going to be the other. And
We get a Seattle basketball team back.
and there is
yo.
potentially a third location. Where do you guys think that third location should be?
Virginia.
No, we don't have an arena.
Y'all could get one. That's easy. But if not Virginia,
Well,
you said
well,
Vegas.
Northern Virginia is getting the Washington Wizards in 2 years.
Vegas
and Seattle are locks, and they're talking about a potential third location.
Nashville. No, they already got Memphis.
They
already
got Memphis.
Yeah.
There was some talk about going back to Vancouver.
No,
Listen,
dude.
nobody wants to go to Toronto and play. They definitely not gonna want to go to Vancouver.
Nah.
Nobody wanted to go to Vancouver before.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yo,
I like their uniforms back in the day, but that's about it.
It's probably Jersey.
I don't think so.
Nah, they're not bringing Jersey a team back.
I'm gonna say something that nobody's thinking about.
Okay.
They're going international. Mexico City.
Maybe. That sounds about right.
There is already a G League team in Mexico City.
That
They're
sounds
already
about right.
priming the area. They just built an
Yeah.
arena that can hold 20,000 people in Mexico City.
That
The thing
sounds
is,
about
in
right.
Mexico City, the altitude is higher than Denver. Can you talk about a home court advantage?
It sounds about right.
It's still in the same hemisphere, so it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about NBA scheming and plotting.
And nobody's talking about it. And I'm like, they're gonna go to Mexico City. If they do that third team, it's good. It's gonna be out of the country because
Yeah, but does it have to
that's
be-
always
does
been
it have-
Surfer's goal.
Does it have to say Mexico City? Like, what would they be? The Mexico City tacos? Like, what would they be?
The
Like,
sombrero.
Oh man, National Action Network is mobilizing as we speak. Did you? He just said
They'd be the sombreros. The Mexico City sombreros.
Mexico City tacos. What? You trying to get us canceled?
Oh my God!
Butler's trying to get us canceled.
Oh my God!
You said the
I don't
tacos.
know. The tacos.
Nah, Q.
Yeah, at
They're
least
not gonna go to Cancun. They're gonna go to Mexico City.
At least I said the sombreros. I gave
The
them a hat.
sombreros.
Oh,
Yeah, I
my
gave them a hat.
Q, you just as bad. The Chicanos.
Oh my gosh, y'all! Oh my
It's a
God!
racial slur.
At
Oh
least I
my
gave them
gosh.
clothes. I gave them clothes to wear.
Right, and sombreros. Okay.
Those are Mayans. They the Mayans.
I was about to say,
What? Those are the Indians. What are you
Oh, I got it. The Mexico City Aztecs.
Okay.
The Aztecs.
Okay.
That can work.
No, I'm saying the
they
Mayans
typing up
from.
letters on all of y'all right now as we speak.
I'm saying.
Aztecs is not bad. Aztecs is not bad.
I'm saying the Mayans from what's that?
The Mexico
that,
City Revenge for Montezuma's Revenge.
Oh Lord!
Oh, y'all just
Oh.
going off the rails now.
Oh my God!
Y'all going off the rails.
But I just thought that was very, very interesting. Karl Anthony Towns last night had a big game that kind of got lost, being that Minnesota lost last night. 62 points last night, but he had 58 through 3 quarters. He only finished with 62, and late in the game, his coach benched him during crunch time. What do you guys think about that?
Not surprised.
I would have smacked my coach.
But I'm
I
not
would
surprised. That's Karl
have
Anthony.
smacked the black off him.
Does
Jamel
that surprise
Sprewell.
y'all though?
Jamel Sprewell.
Yes, most
But
definitely.
does that really surprise y'all about Karl Anthony Towns being pulled?
Q, the Chapo? No, Q. No.
Yo, I'm telling you, Q, they come knocking on my door. I'm gonna tell them your whole name and everything. I'm gonna tell what church you attend. I'm gonna tell them if there's a reverend down the street over there. They
But
coming
they
for
named
But do
the
y'all
Mexico City border crossers.
Oh, okay. All right. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Yo,
Good night.
yo,
L.
yo.
No.
Mm-mm.
Good night. I'm going.
Call Anthony Towns.
Mm.
Call Anthony Towns. That's what we're talking about right now.
I
Glory
said I'm not
Tabernacle.
surprised that he
Send
that
all
he
your
got
mail to
pulled.
Glory Tabernacle. Send all
hate
your
mail. 474 route.
They gonna be boycotting him for
Oh
your
man, you done put the address out there, D-Lo.
They gonna be-
Listen, I love Glory. I love my brother, but he trying to get us take it out.
Ooh, They gonna
Nah,
be there boycotting. They gonna be marching.
But I'm not surprised at that either. And the funny thing is, even Edwards said after the game, we didn't come prepared. That can't happen for the best team in the Western Conference.
Yeah,
and this is why.
I'm not surprised at the end he got pulled. I mean, should we be surprised? We talking about Karl Anthony Towns.
Listen, I know he has been perceived as soft. You know what I'm saying? And even I feel like that. But I've seen games where him and Embiid where they was going at it. I mean, they was really going at it, like right about to fight at it. So I'm just like this. As a coach, I'm not benching nobody who done scored 58 points in the 3 quarters. To me, we gonna live and die by you tonight. Maybe not the whole season, but tonight we gonna live and die by you. Like that was a bad move to me.
Okay, now that you got your Jello L, what do you think of the Karl Anthony Towns benching last night?
I think there's something that's not. I think there's something that's not being said. I think there's definitely something that's not being said.
I respect the coach for taking that stance because he felt like he wasn't getting maximum effort from Cat. I mean, even with 58 points, but
you're not getting maximum effort from me. He's got 58. My nigga, what
exactly.
do you mean?
That sounds like somebody's on drugs. That nigga need to be drug tested.
What was the score? How much did they score last night?
100 and hold on, let me pull it back up. I just had it. Last night, Minnesota scored. Minnesota lost that game last night, 128-125.
So he scored 62 of the 125 and got benched. Yeah, there's something personal there.
Come on, bro.
It's definitely something they being told. Something
Yeah,
not being told.
personal.
Well, the coach said he didn't like the defensive effort or the lack thereof.
Nigga, I just scored 58 points. How much defense you want me to play?
David Wright is in the chat. He said he has no voice.
Need to be playing D. Somebody else need to be playing D.
That sounds crazy.
That sounds very Julius Randle-ish. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. That sounds very Julius Randle.
Something's not right between him and his head coach.
Well, you know what? I think they trying to get him out of there.
Say again?
I said that seems to be a thing with Cat, though. He's a coach killer, it seems like.
Listen, they had him on the trading block before they got good. Remember, they was talking about trading him by the deadline, but then they happened to get good.
Dave said, if I score 62, I don't need to play D.
Right. Tonight, I'm the scorer. I'm the flamethrower. Y'all find somebody else to be the brick wall.
He scored almost half of their points.
Yeah. What you talking about? I don't like the
He scored
I don't like the defensive. You don't like the defensive effort. I don't like the offensive effort from the other 4 cats on this team right now.
Right.
I got half of the points. They scored 125, and I scored 62 of them.
I really think they're trying to get Cat up out of there. I think this is just the beginning of it. I think this is going to be their way to get him up out of there. Make him.
How about if you get them to start playing defense, I might score this extra 5 points so that we don't lose by 3.
Right.
They're trying to. But remember, he was on the trading block earlier this season, but they just happened to get good.
So that's taking Cat's contract because he's due $52 million next year.
Right. So once they got good, they stopped talking about it. They stopped talking about trading them. Remember, there was rumored that the Knicks was looking at him. All of that died out once they got in first place out there. But listen, people talk about winning can cover up a multitude of. No, it did. Apparently not with Cat and his coach.
Or in Milwaukee for that matter.
There you go.
30
and 13 and you get fired.
yo, a bunch of prima donnas, yo. Basketball has become a bunch of prima donnas. You know, like all you need to do is give them some panties.
Hey, they might
Uh,
already have them, my brother.
That's a good question,
Yeah,
Corey.
yeah.
Last night, Anthony Edwards had
Couldn't have been no more than 20.
Anthony Edwards finished with 9.
Yeah, he didn't show up.
9 points, 11 assists, 3 of 11 from the floor for Anthony Edwards. Rudy
Yeah.
Gobert, who is probably the most overrated, overpaid center in history, 13 points, 11 rebounds.
Who's this?
Rudy Gobert.
Oh, Goober.
Goober.
as I call him.
Goobert.
I call him Goober.
NBA is endorsed by Q.
Right. Because they're so soft. It's so soft. I'm like,
Tissue paper.
live Victoria Secrets or the Pillsbury Doughboy. Because they're soft.
It is very, very true. The NBA is definitely changed and is a lot softer than we would expect an NBA team to be.
Sad.
Westbrook just Euro stepped 3 people at one time.
Yo, did you see Westbrook?
No, not Westbrook.
He lost
James
his
Harden.
shoe.
James
Not
Harden.
Westbrook. James Harden.
James
James Harden just Euro stepped 3 people at one time.
Westbrook earlier on, about 10 minutes ago, lost his shoe, shook somebody, and drained a 3.
I saw that.
Bruh.
David says the LeBron is to blame for the softness of the NBA. What do you guys think about that?
In part. I think he's
No,
one of the people.
I blame Adam Silver.
I don't blame Adam Silver. Adam Silver ain't got no real power. The real power lies with those owners. And those owners don't want their investment hurt. And so those owners are going to put certain things in those contracts and clauses that the NBA signs with each team to make sure that the superstars are protected. Mark my words on that.
I mean, the game is all about points. Tonight, the New Orleans Pelicans put up 153 on the Utah Jazz.
That's
All
crazy.
these leagues are about scoring now. The MLB,
The NHL.
NFL, everybody's about
Like,
scoring. They don't want
what
no
was the last,
low-scoring
like
games.
hockey now? You're seeing games that are ending 7-6.
Yes.
Not
Never heard of
in
it.
hockey.
Never heard
Never
of it.
used to happen.
It's about scoring. That's what it's
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
They don't want the defense. They don't want lockdown defense.
Yo, that's yo. Did y'all see when what's the name said that's one of the reasons why Roger Bell got blackballed from the league? Because of his defense on Kobe.
Wow. I didn't hear that.
Mm-hmm.
I
New
wouldn't
Orleans
be
has 7
surprised.
players in double figures tonight.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
Roger Bell.
What
Roger
happened
Bell
for your
used to
team in
give
double
Kobe.
figures tonight?
Roger Bell used to give Kobe a fit,
He did.
Mm-hmm.
and it was messing up box office.
Mm-hmm.
When
The
his
ratings
team, when
were
Roger
down.
Bell, when Roger Bell was coming to town, nobody would buy tickets because they knew it was going to be a low-scoring game, and he was going to be on your number 1 player, and that kid wasn't scoring that night.
Yeah.
Dave says chicks
David writes
love the
about
long
chicks
ball.
love the long ball.
Nope, not doing it. Not doing it with you tonight, right?
Well, I don't know.
Not
Chicken
doing
was
it
the
with you
long
tonight,
ball,
right?
but,
Not doing it with you tonight, right? Absolutely not.
what I do know, I remember years ago over on 88 Lot Street.
81 lot, 81. You
That's
forgot where
it.
you live?
See, it's been so long. It's been so long.
81
See,
lot.
the Lord has delivered me, Doc. The Lord has
That's right
delivered
around
me.
the corner from my parents.
Really? I used to live over there.
Yeah, I used to live on. I live on Osborne.
Ah, look at that. Look at that. See?
Yeah.
It was-
So I know that area very well.
Listen, man, that area was rich in milk and honey, Doc.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fellas.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
While I was
Fellas.
while I was separated from my wife, I was on Herzl at Newport.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
yes.
Lord Jesus.
Listen, Herzl, Newport, Legion, that whole area, Doc.
Listen,
Betsy Head Park. Yes.
Yeah.
now, Nah, I couldn't. I couldn't do the Brownsville in East New York. Not once I got to Flatbush. Once I got to Flatbush and experienced Juve and experience, nah, man, I was like, the Lord is good to me.
Because all
That
the
Sunday-
Caribbean
that Sunday
women
night Juve
was over there.
something. That Sunday night too. Everybody talked about Monday. No.
No.
It was
Sunday, right? Sunday night was
Sunday
the
night on Empire in Flatbush. Yes, sir.
Sunday night. Yeah, and we was right over at Jamel's house. But enough
Thank
of
God
that.
for deliverance.
Hallelujah.
Thank God
Thank
for
you, Lord.
deliverance.
Thank you, Lord.
Sin.
Thank you, Lord.
Sin.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Look at Dwayne.
Thank
Look
you,
at
Lord.
Dwayne. Dwayne is repenting
Thank you,
for
Lord.
thinking about it.
Nope. Thinking about it, if offline, we could tell you some stories of things we did. Never
I
mind thinking about
don't
it.
want to hear the stories.
That's why
No,
When I
we.
think,
I
listen,
don't want to hear the
I don't
stories.
know
I
about
bind
nobody
it
else.
up.
They used to
Loose
talk
hair.
about the Monday parade. That Juve, they better be glad that there was no news coverage for that.
Loose
Man,
hair.
when I think of the
Juve.
Well,
goodness
Q,
of
all your
Flatbush,
Caribbean coming out now with your collar on them dances you be doing in your.
Juve was like Freaknik.
when I think of the goodness of Flatbush and all that it done for
All
me,
that is done
my
for
very
me.
soul,
Hey.
my very soul cried out, hallelujah.
Violent quickening.
It tie my bow tie, retie my bow tie.
Man,
Okay.
just wants to
David talking about he was
wild-
tarrying for the Holy Ghost.
Me too. Me too.
Not on her rule, you wasn't.
Yo, the Lakers look so horrible, man.
David, not on Cozine Avenue, you wasn't tarrying for the Holy
Right.
Ghost.
Right.
No, sir.
I was tarrying. I don't know what y'all talking about. Now,
Now
while-
you stop it.
now,
You was
this
at Greenpoint.
2 years.
You
this
was a
2
tarrier.
years. Greenpoint is an Italian neighborhood. What are you talking about? There was
And-
none of that foreign filth going on in Greenpoint. There might have been some mafia activity.
El, you know I know about Greenpoint. Them little Polish women down there. Don't you?
right, we're not listening to L. We're not listening to them.
Them
Wait,
little
time out.
them
Hold
little
on, time out.
Polskis.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Let me say this. Okay, because y'all are talking about my neighborhood. The Polish women do not start until after Nassau Avenue.
I agree.
Okay.
They
Well,
call that
I
little,
did.
They call
He
it
didn't
little
go. He didn't
Poland.
venture
They
that
call
far
it little
down.
Poland.
I didn't venture that far down past Nassau. Matter of fact, yes, I did. I was always near Greenpoint Avenue. Let me say that because we had a movie theater on Greenpoint in Manhattan back in the days.
Yeah.
Where the McDonald's is now.
Yeah, I
McDonald's
remember that
/
theater, yep.
Starbucks.
And you
So I was.
you love Table Talk. The Table Talk factory was over there. It wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Table
Okay.
Yes, it
Talk
was.
Files, yep.
But we never
What
fooled
happened
up
to
with
that
the we never fooled up with those Polish women over there because I'm gonna tell you why.
Mafia.
They had a different kind of mafia over there.
I
Better
was
believe
going to
it.
say
Better
that
believe
Polish.
it.
You took the words. I said that Polish mafia
Better
back
believe
over in
it.
that corner.
Yeah.
You forget, I used to drive the bus down there.
You used to
48,
drive the 43
and the 48. Yeah.
and the 48. So that area, we never, like, as a matter of fact, there was a store where we used to buy sheepskins from and Sherlands over there. And we never messed around with
What?
He talking about the
happening?
Polish already got fireworks firing. You
That's what
see
I'm
that,
saying. What's
D-Lo?
fireworks going off behind you? What's happening here?
I didn't know what that was. But now where I used to be in Greenpoint was all
Set off
Italian.
fireworks.
Where I was all Italian. I took Dwayne with me to Carmine's. He knows.
Yes, we did go to Carmine's. Yes.
All Italian. Jay know too, because Jay drove the bus up and down Graham Avenue and Manhattan Avenue. That it's all Italian. All Italian, man.
I know the
And
area.
you
Dave
didn't see
Wright
no
said
black.
Greenpoint or Hunts Point. Wait, he peeking. Wait, you gotta make sure our Italian listening.
No. That was Jeremiah coming in. These kids yelling.
He brought up Hunts Point. Oh God.
No, we're
Nah,
not talking about Hunts Point, Dave. We're not
I
going.
wasn't, I wasn't that brave. I
No,
had a
nobody was
little
going there.
foundation about me.
Mm-mm.
Hunt Point. Nah, you wasn't sure if you was coming back disease free. You out without the Hunt Point.
You remember back in the 90s, HBO did that documentary of
Hookers at the point.
Yep.
Remember that
Yep.
back in the
Hookers
90s?
at the
HBO
point.
did-
Yep.
Yep.
And
Hookers
I
at the
was
point.
driving buses in the Bronx back then, L. Don't forget that.
Huh?
I was driving the BX33 back then.
Oh, back then you was driving
'cause
through there.
the Walnut Depot was
The
in
depot
the
was
back.
up there.
Was
Yep,
in the
that's
back.
true.
Let me tell you something about the Bronx. I had a girlfriend in the Bronx back in the days, right? And my godfather, who was still alive at the time, was preaching at the Pilgrim Church of Harlem, right?
Well, I know the story. I was going to say
So,
this is hilarious.
me and this young girl, she was actually older than me. She was 34. I was 24 at the time. And boy, oh boy, she was a stripper. And man,
Ooh.
a stripper that woke up every morning to cook me breakfast
Ooh.
every
Okay.
morning. Man,
Bishop.
I got on the organ one night and my godfather was preaching. He was in the mid hoop. I tell you, God says, Jamel, get off the organ. Get off the organ. Come off the organ, son. This is my godson. This is my only legal godson, y'all. Come on, godson. Now, if anybody knows Nathan Simmons, y'all know that the Holy Ghost really worked through him. Say, godson, the Lord said, sleep in your own bed.
In front of the whole church.
This is
Go
Nathan.
loud.
That's Nate. This is Nathan Simmons.
He said, yes, I see her. I see her clearly. A woman of the night. Yes. The Lord said, sleep in your own bed, son. And my mother yells out, I told him. I'm just kidding. Like,
Wow, y'all see what Davey put up?
Me and my brother Derek did the music for that show. Hookers at, so David, you got a check from Hookers at the point.
oh.
You got a check.
Confession is good for the soul.
Davey got a check from Hookers at the point.
Listen.
I remember that documentary. I think it was like a 2-3 part documentary.
Yeah.
Boy, listen.
Like they revisited like 10 years later, and they did a secondary documentary, like a Where Are They Now? Like it was a lot. Yeah. Some of those chicks were still out there.
Those Bronx women, strange fire, Doc.
Lord, loose here.
Fire, Doc.
Loose here,
Strange
Satan.
fire.
Loose
Oh
here.
my God.
Listen.
Well,
What
gentlemen,
sports and entertainment related topic before we get out of here for the night? Let me get us back on track. Today, the WWE announced a deal with Netflix for $5 billion to move Monday Night Raw to Netflix for the next 10 years, starting in 2025. $5 billion. With the deal, Netflix will also get exclusive rights to all WWE premium live events. So starting in 2025, the lineup will be Monday Night Raw will be on Netflix exclusively. SmackDown will move to the USA Network, and NXT is going to free TV on the CW.
Also, a quick note. They're saying that they may move it off. It's a chance they may not stay on Monday nights because now they don't have to compete with Monday Night Football.
Yep, that's correct.
So that means Peacock loses out all the way.
Well, I'm not sure what's going to happen with the network's library because in the international rights, the Peacock will retain the rights to the WWE network domestically, but Netflix gets the rights internationally.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
So they're going to work out some sort of deal. Also announced today, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has joined the board of directors of the Endeavor Group, which is UFC and WWE's company. He was also, as part of his deal, given full rights to the moniker The Rock, something Vince McMahon has never done.
Ever.
because they own those trademarks to those wrestling names, which is why he started going by Dwayne Johnson once he went completely Hollywood, because he could not legally use The Rock anymore alone by itself. But now, as part of his deal, essentially, Nick Khan, Triple H, and Dwayne Johnson are running the WWE.
That's
Hostile takeover.
That's
I
brilliant.
haven't watched.
That's a brilliant deal for The
wrestling.
Rock.
I haven't watched wrestling in quite some time. I think I stopped watching wrestling.
Yeah, Gerard, we talked about the Bucks earlier.
I may have stopped watching wrestling when The Rock moved
Went to
on.
Hollywood.
When he went to Hollywood. Now, because I do remember watching the Hulk Hogan and The Rock fight. I do remember that.
Hollywood Hogan.
WrestleMania 18. Yep.
Yeah, I do remember that. And then it just kind of got
And now we're at
bland.
WrestleMania 40.
And it's gonna be crazy in Philly.
Wait. The Rock and Hollywood Hogan
Was
was
WrestleMania
18.
Yes.
Ain't that crazy?
And we're about to go to WrestleMania 40 in April.
Ain't that crazy?
You telling
22
me
years.
that was 22 years ago I stopped
Yes,
watching
sir.
wrestling?
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Oh wait. No, because I do remember watching wrestling when Hulk Hogan was really on this NWO. Now it wasn't
Well,
That was
before.
then.
That's
That was
before
That was
well, he
before
was
that,
still in
right?
the NWO, but he was just in the NWO. He was fighting with Rock in WWE as in the NWO.
Right.
But the NWO started in WCW, which was years
Right.
before.
Right.
We are not old, Corey.
I'm about to be 50, bro, and I need you at my banquet.
Listen, I'm younger than you, Corey Ballard.
So okay. So there's a part of me that wants to watch
Right,
wrestling
Chris. Ric
again.
Flair, 137 years old.
But what happened to me is when I was watching wrestling every Saturday.
Yes, you're right. It's the 40th anniversary of Hulkamania.
When I was watching wrestling every Saturday, I really thought that it was real. I really thought that it was real. And when I learned that it wasn't real, that it was staged, that disappointed the life out of me, y'all. I can't even front.
Okay.
That really
I can respect
disappointed
that.
me.
Let me explain it. It's not fake. You didn't say that, but it's not fake. It's just predetermined. The stuff that they do, the chair shots and
That's all real.
and
Listen,
bumps
Bishop.
and
Those bumps are real.
that's all real.
Bishop, that'll preach. It's not fake. It's just predetermined.
Violent quickening.
It's not fake. It's just predetermined.
And that's exactly right. Because all those bumps they take is real.
All that pain they go through, those surgeries are real.
When they get thrown through a table,
that's real.
Yeah.
I know. No. I know that the
Mick Foley going through that cage was real.
Like I know jumping from the top rope. I mean, like what I'm saying. Okay, maybe that's what it was. The fact that like the wins and the losses wasn't real.
They weren't real. It wasn't a sport.
Yeah, when I learned that the wins and the losses weren't real, but that they were all scripted, that destroyed me, y'all. That destroyed me because in my mind, watching Hulk Hogan lose to Ultimate Warrior when I know he could have beat Ultimate Warrior,
WrestleMania 5,
that hurt.
Yes, WrestleMania 5.
Yeah,
that hurt.
Well, Butler, let me ask you a question.
Sky Dome.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
With all the sports, ever since sports betting came in, all the sports are predetermined too.
The NFL is definitely predetermined. The Shield is predetermined.
Because there's no way you're going to tell me that San Francisco wasn't supposed to lose that game last Sunday.
And ain't no way you're going to tell me that Aaron Rodgers at the beginning of the season popped his Achilles and then looked back like, y'all, for real, y'all? Nah, he knew. It's all predetermined now. Everything. Everything is predetermined.
And for Buffalo to lose a game dramatically again, the same way they lost to the Giants in that Super Bowl,
Wide
another
right.
kick wide right.
Wide right. That's who we gonna rename them, the Buffalo Wide
Wide
Rights.
rights.
I'm just gonna start watching the Big Three. That's it. Because y'all are hurting my heart right now. Y'all have no
Listen.
idea.
Listen, well, come on. You saw the podcast where they were where the basketball players were talking about it. Yeah, Kenyon and Martin and them talking about how when they looked at the schedule and they saw certain referees were refereeing certain games, they knew what it was. They knew what it
Donahue.
was.
That dude Donahue. Come on, man.
Mhm.
He was the scapegoat, but
Yeah, it was more than that.
exactly. He was the scapegoat. That's all
Listen.
that was.
Mhm.
And the Spurs and Joey Crawford, Tim Duncan and Joe, they knew every time they had Joey
Scott
Crawford. They
Foster
knew.
and his issue with Chris Paul. Why Scott Foster
Yeah.
throw Chris Paul out of every game that he
Yeah.
officiates with Chris Paul in it? What is
So
it?
y'all think that's do
I
y'all
used
think
to-
that's possible? Y'all think it's possible with baseball?
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen,
Definitely.
I used to hate when the Knicks played the
Listen,
Bulls and
as much as I love Derek Jeter, some of the things that happened in Derek Jeter's career, I'm like, come on, Hollywood wrote
Jake
this.
O'Donnell.
Oh, Jake
I couldn't-
O'Donnell.
I couldn't stand Jake O'Donnell. Y'all remember Jake O'Donnell?
Yeah, I remember Jake O'Donnell. I couldn't stand his beard. I couldn't stand Jake
O'Donnell
O'Donnell's
was a-
beard.
So now I have been considering watching wrestling again because now in my mind I'm going to approach wrestling as a sports drama,
soap opera.
Yeah,
a soap opera,
It's a
right?
soap
Like
opera.
as I'm gonna
That's what it
approach
is.
it on. I'm gonna approach it on that level, which now I need to learn some backstories and learn some stuff
The
because I do
storylines are
want
fun.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
storylines are
I
fun.
do want to watch it again. I do want to watch it again. Because I also like a lot of the acrobatic stuff that they do. Oh my God, Jokic with a 3. This is ridiculous.
Weighing them out.
He is. He absolutely is. I'm interested to see Raw on Netflix because the restriction of television, the restriction of having
That's gonna be
commercial
crazy.
breaks.
That's going to be crazy.
I'm wondering if there's going to be a turn more back toward the Attitude Era type program.
I think
That
we're
would
going to
be
see
great.
it in spurts. We're not going to see it every week, but
Right,
I do
yeah.
think when they need to ramp it up, they're going to ramp it up. That's what I do think. Whereas now they have no option to ramp it up at all. Now
So people going to be getting cursed out. They're going to be getting cursed out.
cursed out.
Well, that was some of the best
blood.
parts of the Attitude Era. You waited for Stone Cold to throw up them 2 middle fingers.
Listen, Attitude Era is definitely the greatest era of wrestling ever for WWE.
Yeah.
Greatest.
But
Greatest.
now this goes back to what we were talking about last week, fellas. This is the beginning, and we mentioned that WWE would possibly be streaming, and now you see
They
the
did it.
deal. So
They did
now, guess what? Listen, the Knicks
I
are
did
already
it.
advertising a streaming package, $29.99 a month to stream
MSG
this
Plus.
game.
Mhm.
They're
MSG
already
Plus.
doing it. So it's gonna happen, man. When the
And-
NFL did that, but the NFL been doing it for the last couple of years on Amazon.
And you know the MSG and the Yes Network are merging.
Well, listen. If I'm
Really?
paying $29,
Yeah.
If I'm
They're
paying
creating a whole
$29.90,
other streaming platform to bring the Knicks, the Nets, the Yankees, all of that together in one package.
if I'm paying that a month, I don't want to see no more commercials.
When you're not
Well,
going to see it.
you're not, because it's Netflix. So Netflix doesn't have any like commercials. So that's why I'm interested to see a Raw without commercials. I'm
So
interested
how-
to see that.
How would they bring in the revenue without the ads?
Well, remember, Netflix is a subscription-based service, so they've already got their money up front.
Yeah.
$5 billion. They're already.
And the WWE got $5 billion for the deal. So the WWE got their money. They don't care how Netflix generates their income. The WWE got their money.
Now, you know what? This was a brilliant deal by Netflix because just 2 years ago, they were saying that Netflix was in the toilet and on its way out.
And Netflix is one of the more expensive
Platforms.
Yeah.
Streaming platform.
streaming
Yeah.
services.
It
Yeah.
is the most expensive streaming service.
Right. So now they it's gonna they're gonna bring people to the product now with
And
just
right,
by
you
the
got diehard
WWE
wrestling
alone.
fans who are going to now subscribe to Netflix because WWE is on it.
Yep.
And I can get Raw that looks like a premium live event every Monday night.
And think about this. And you better believe they're gonna be pulling some of those wrestlers out to do actual movies now.
Oh, of course, you know that's in the deal. You know that's in the deal, and I think that's one of the reasons why they brought Rock on to the board of directors as well, because he has his own deal with Netflix as well.
Mhm.
Like Dwayne Johnson has been a brilliant businessman.
So but does that also go for the UFC as well?
Yes. Well,
Then that's
the Monday Night Raw deal is for Monday Night Raw specifically.
specifically.
But you know there's going to be some back end stuff with UFC since it's all a part of the same company.
They're going to be crossing over soon. You're going to
A
start
lot.
seeing WWE wrestlers going over to
They're gonna
UFC, UFC coming over to WWE. It's going to be
WWE is about to be
no W-
printing money.
You
They're
ain't gonna
even
see,
talking about cross promoting. Like you're going to
You
have a
ain't gonna
mixture of
see
UFC
no-
and wrestling on the same card.
you ain't gonna see no WWE wrestlers go over to the UFC unless his name is Brock
No,
Lesnar.
not to fight.
CM
but
Punk
to
went over there
talk
briefly.
or make an
Well,
appearance.
Lashley was over there too, and Lashley did good.
Yeah, Lashley was good over there
And
as well.
and so was Jake. What's his name? Jake. You know who I'm talking about. He don't wrestle for the WWE no more. He stopped wrestling for a while. He had the manager with the hat and the big old mustache, the handlebar mustache. I just can't call his name right now.
Oh, Jack Swagger.
Oh, Jack Swagger.
Jack Swagger had a great little run
He had
in
a
the
nice
UFC.
little run in the UFC as well. MMA.
No, not the UFC, but actually
Yeah.
the other promotion.
Matt
Yeah,
Riddle.
the-
Matt Riddle was a former
Matt Riddle was an MMA fighter as well.
Shayna Baszler.
What's her name? What's the
Baszler.
Baszler? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget about Homegirl, the one that got knocked out and came to WWE.
She's going.
Yeah,
She's in
Rousey's
another
gone.
promotion.
Yeah, Rousey went to AEW.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, that was a brilliant move.
It's interesting to see now how just sports and sports entertainment has now been really, moved into the streaming space. We had our first NFL streaming only football game this year. The Major League Baseball playoffs had streaming games this year. The NBA tonight, the NBA on TNT was simulcast on Max tonight through their partnership with Bleacher Report. So I actually watched the stream. I didn't watch TNT. I watched my Max app. I watched the game on the Max app. So,
but you know what this looks like is happening to me? It looks like they're moving into the time where they're about to start phasing out TV.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna pay, and we're gonna
that's
be
already
paying
started.
for TV. We're gonna be paying for TV now, not just with cable. We're gonna cut the cord, and we're gonna be paying the stream. That's coming. That's here.
Yep.
I mean, and they had to do something because obviously, with technology being what it is, and you have the internet protocol people who are out here and are able to manipulate Amazon Fire Sticks and give you live television on your Fire Stick. So the streamers are like, we're losing money because people are already cutting the cord. So we've got to make this more palatable for the world as it is now. And this is the realm that people are going. People don't want to pay $300 a month for cable anymore.
And listen, now
I'd rather pick the few apps that I like, and I'll get a package with that.
I don't have to wait till I get home to stream the WWE anymore.
Exactly.
I can say, oh man, I got my phone. I can watch WWE wherever I am now and put the earphones in my ear and watch it on my phone. I don't have to wait to get home to my living room to watch the WWE anymore.
My kid's birthday party is Saturday, and I will be at the birthday party at launch watching the Royal Rumble on my phone.
Rub it in. I'm gonna be on a flight missing the Royal Rumble. Just rub it in, okay?
What? It's not horrible, Mel. They're gonna be jumping around in launch. They don't need me. I'm just there to pay for it.
You rubbing it in because I'm gonna be on a flight coming back from Atlanta. I'm gonna miss it. My flight is 6:30.
Oh, who booked that flight? Your wife?
He said, I ain't gonna point no fingers. I ain't gonna say no names.
I ain't gonna say it out loud. Just let me blink once.
Right. Oh man, too funny.
Blink once if Lady McCants did it.
We don't mention no names. We don't call the names.
With those kind of problems, but this is the world that we live in now, and
This is it.
It's interesting to see that streaming has now become such an important part of our culture. Whether it's through the streaming platforms, podcasting, apps like TikTok, and like TikTok has a group of like wrestling guys who live stream during their show, and so obviously they can't show the show, but they'll live stream while they're watching, and they'll have 10,000 people on their TikTok who are watching the show on their TV and interacting with them at the same time. Like, people have made this into big business.
How about this? If you got a 4K TV and you stream Netflix, your 4K TV is going to give you the best picture possible. Cable doesn't give you 4K.
Nope. The technology is not ready to do that yet. Yep.
Streaming
can give it to you.
Gives you 4K. So a lot of people got 4K TVs. Now you get the stream. You're going to get the best picture that you could ever get streaming your product on your 4K.
Yeah, I hear it. One thing I know is that there is nothing, the things that are built for our conveniences and comforts always come with a price. So I'm just looking for what the back end is.
What is the back end? What is the back end?
I'm looking for what the back end is. So
you know what the back end is. It's gonna be mad low at first, and then once they hook everybody, bang, right through the roof.
Dude.
You know what the back end is.
I will say this, and Jamel, I know you'll appreciate what I'm about to say. You do know that with internet protocols, with cable is one thing, but with the internet, it makes it a lot easier for them to track you, because when it's bouncing off those satellites, internet protocol wise, they can triangulate your position very, very, very easily. So I don't know if that could be part of it.
That's definitely part of it.
Y'all know,
more convenient.
You just said something right. You just said something right.
Exactly
that's what it is. Don't be talking about maybe. That's exactly.
I'm trying not to get canceled. I'm trying not to get canceled.
I know you trying.
Can't come right out and say it. We trying to build this platform. Can't come right out and say it. But maybe.
That's why
I think that The Rock and the Tribal Chief will have a match. Yeah. I think now, especially with The Rock becoming a member of the board of directors, I think it's a foregone conclusion.
I don't want to see it. We all know The Rock ain't gonna win.
I only want to see it if they take the belt off of Roman at Elimination Chamber, which they're not going to do, though.
This match does not need the title.
Right. And I think for me it has more meaning if it's just for tribal supremacy.
Now, are they
the title out of
it? You this. Do you think WWE values the match with The Rock more, or do they value Roman catching Hogan's record?
I think they value what's going to make the most money,
which is The Rock.
The Rock is going.
So they would take the belt off of him so that he could fight The Rock.
Yeah, but it's supposed to happen because he's trying to segue into Hollywood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
This will be his opportunity.
Yeah. And this is my question to y'all. Who do y'all think right now should be the guy to hold that belt? A lot of people are saying Cody, but I don't think Cody has the charisma to carry a company.
Nah, it's gonna be Cody because he's a white, as they call it, he's a white meat baby face. And the kids love him. That's what
They're programming Cody to be the next Cena.
That's it.
Yeah, but he's corny.
He's a baby face. He's supposed to be corny.
So was Cena. Cena was great as a doctor of thugonomics. Once he did the Marine and he went white meat baby face, that's when they really turned on Cena, because they was like, this is corny. I agree with you.
But he was still selling out. And he was still making money
because the kids loved him. I agree, because the kids loved him.
But you know another reason why Cena was selling out? Because he was able to do feats that hardly most of them couldn't do. Cena was him and Kane were the strongest men on the roster. And all of them said it. Big Show, Brock, all of them said that. Big Kane and Cena. Now, this is the thing. I think where they would get some success is putting that belt in Randy Orton, back on Randy Orton for a little while.
It would put him closer to Flair's record. He'd be tied. He'd be 15. He'd be tied with Cena.
He'd be tied with Cena. Yep.
Yep. And he's definitely, he has more charisma than anybody on the roster right now.
Yeah,
His
I would
charisma?
love it. I would love it to go on Randy. I don't know if they're going to do it though. I think this was in Cody's contract.
But
I think-
I would want it on heel Randy. Right now he's a face.
Yeah, but that's Randy will never be able to be a full heel ever again because even when he's a heel,
He's so
he's
over.
over.
Well, Randy's the tweener at this point, in the way that Stone Cold was.
So is
Him,
CM
Stone
Punk.
Cold, Brock.
So is CM Punk. CM Punk is
Yep.
so over right now.
Yeah, he's a tweener.
They
Yeah, but I
can't
feel-
make him a heel.
But
Even
y'all-
if they wanted to.
I agree with y'all. But when I look at CM Punk now, he doesn't hold the same weight he did back then. It's like he's running the same exact shtick, and it's not connecting to me.
Well,
I
you
think
like-
want to
CM
know what it is too? Want to know what it is too? It's the fact that when he was in AEW, he had no constraints when he was over there. So
Right.
the times that we would flip over there, he could curse. He could drop a F-bomb if he wanted. He could drop a S-bomb if he wanted.
Yeah, WWE's not going to do that.
WWE,
Publicly traded company. They ain't allowing that.
right?
Well,
It's PG,
maybe when
so
they go,
he can't go but so far now. He's defanged CM Punk. He's
I really
PG
feel like-
Punk, as they call him. He's PG Punk.
right,
I
he is.
think, I think Punk is really back just to elevate talent at this point. I don't think I'm not taking Punk
Nah, he's
seriously
winning the world
as a
title.
main eventer.
He's
You
winning
think
the world.
You think he's
He's
getting
winning-
another run?
Yeah, he's winning the world title. Yeah, he's winning the world
Now,
title.
you know who I think is winning the world title?
Gunther.
Gunther.
Yeah. I think it's
Not-
time. I think it's time to put the belt on.
But
Gunther.
he still got the IC strap on. They're
Yeah.
not gonna let him be a double champion.
Yeah, they
Listen,
got to get that off, man.
He's gonna drop it, but
He'll probably
I
drop
think
it at
the-
Elimination Chamber.
I think the WWE messed
No,
up
he's
on
not
the perfect
wrestling.
opportunity.
At Elimination Chamber, he's not going to wrestle. I know he's not
He
wrestling.
can't go
at
out.
the-
He's not allowed out of the country right now.
Right.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But I
Visa
think
problems.
WWE dropped the perfect opportunity. This really should have been Gunther against Roman Reigns instead of Gunther against what's-her-face. Because it's going to be a great match, but Gunther should have been the one to take that off of Roman Reigns.
Thank you, Corey. Appreciate you, man. Have a good night.
He might lose next week without being pinned to protect him. They might protect him. It'd be two people involved in the pin. Roman's knocked
Mhm.
outside of the ring somewhere.
Mhm.
They're not going to let anybody pin him in a four-way.
I feel like Roman needs to pin someone, though. I feel like it's important going into WrestleMania
He's
Yeah,
going to
for-
win.
yeah.
He's
for him
winning
to
next
look
week.
like a strong,
Yeah.
strong champion.
I just don't like the fact that that belt is going into this match with him and The Rock. I don't agree. I don't like that.
It shouldn't.
I don't. Yeah,
He really should lose the belt now.
They really need to get it off him at Elimination Chamber.
They
Yeah,
do.
but then Roman won't be able to pin anybody. He's going to have to. He's not going to be able to pin anybody at Elimination Chamber. He's
What-
going to lose that belt without being involved in the pin. They're going to protect Roman so that he can look strong going into that match with The Rock.
Could be, but you know, another workaround could be this: that he actually loses by pin, and Rock is like, "See, this is why."
You're not
This
ready to
is
be
why.
the tribal chief. You're
Yeah,
not the
Rock
real
you
tribal
can't
chief.
have
I'm
it.
still the
come
tribal
out
chief.
at the end of the match, like come out during the match, and somehow he gets pinned. He's distracted by Rock's music, and The Rock standing at the top, and then The Rock on Monday Night Raw come out and say, or come out on SmackDown and say, "See, Roman, you were never the head of the table."
And that would bring a whole lot of heat. And then what you also set up is what's Little Fatu's name? His
Solo.
wrestling name?
Solo Sequoia.
Solo
He said
can
Little
now
Fatu.
look at
Little Fatu. Yeah,
so
that's a
he
big
can
Little
now
Fatu.
look he can now look at Roman Reigns with disgust as in you're so weak.
Oh, that brings me to my point. you brought up a good point, Jamel. You brought up a good point. Did y'all pick up, if you saw SmackDown, did you pick up when The Rock came in and he was like, take care of it, and Solo looked as he walked up and says, I'll take care of it? I think people were looking at the fact that he was talking about that. I'm looking at, Solo talking about taking care of Roman.
I think so too.
And I think he could play a factor in this match next Saturday because nobody's mentioning him. But I picked up on that.
Yeah, because the other part of it is the bloodline has to finally implode.
Yes.
Right.
It should have imploded when Sammy was there. And then they brought Jimmy back. It didn't even make sense. Why are you bringing Jimmy back? But okay.
Yo, and another way they can rescue it is you don't have to kill the bloodline. You can let The Rock win, right? And let Roman go off and do his Hollywood thing for a while and bring the bloodline together, and The Rock will let Solo run the bloodline.
As the heir, because he's already been named as the tribal.
He's already been named the heir. And that's why I think Solo could cost Roman the title Saturday, because he wants to be he doesn't want to wait. I want to be the tribal chief now. I'm always protecting you. I'm the one that's always helping you. And they could play a video package of how many times Solo came in to rescue him from being being pinned. They could play that video package. It sells. The story is right there.
Yep. I agree 100%.
Now, Mike, in a perfect world, yes, the bloodline would be a lot bigger if they included the entire Samoan family in terms of who's out there. That would have been really, really cool. So you would have had Nia Jax, you'd have had
Rock's daughter, who's now the
Ava
GM
Rain.
of NXT. She's the GM of NXT now.
The other little brother of Usos, the other little brother.
Yep.
Listen,
Jacob.
we got to get a wrestling show now, guys.
Jacob is now. Jacob has just been signed by what you call it? What's his name? I can't think of this dude's name.
TNA?
No. Jacob is actually now going to be. Jacob Fatu is being trained by oh my God, why I can't think of his name? Harlem Heat.
Booker T?
Booker T. Yes.
Nice.
And I saw that and I said, "Oh, that's huge."
You didn't hear what I said, Bishop D-Lo? I said we gonna have to get a wrestling show now.
Right, we have to do a wrestling show because that's something all by itself. The three of us could do a wrestling show.
Man, we could
not really ready for it yet.
Listen, we do post Royal Rumble show, post Mania. Listen, we can do it. There's a lot of people into wrestling now.
Yeah, you see the guys are still on there. Q and Mike McFadden, and these people are into it as well. But another great night.
The Rainmaker, guys, is coming to WWE.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
they said he's coming.
This is gonna be fun.
Is Triple H going to allow him to be the Rainmaker? That's the only thing.
That's the only question. We'll see.
Yeah.
Q said he wants in on it if we do that show. We got you, Q.
I'm telling y'all, we gotta do this.
I'm down.
I'm down.
There's only one person that I want to come back to the WWE right now.
Who's that?
Only one. And what I would think should happen is if we say all of this. Who?
Sasha Banks?
No, heck no. She can stay wherever she at. Her time is over.
Call back to New Japan.
If everything goes the way that we just spoke about with Roman Reigns and stuff, right?
I know who you're talking about. Go ahead.
You bring him back, and it's like the bloodline's about to feast on that boy because they're turning their back on Roman, and then boom, you see Seth come out.
Dean
boom.
Ambrose.
Boy, oh boy.
The Shield gets back together.
Boy, oh boy.
Remember, Dean only left because he didn't like Vince and he didn't like creative.
Yep.
He never had a bad relationship with Triple H.
Dude.
No, he didn't.
And there's been rumblings about him coming back.
Yes, there has. You're right.
He's unhappy with the direction of AEW.
Ooh, that would be fire.
Tony Khan over there don't know what he's doing.
AEW is a dumpster fire, Doc.
Yeah, AEW is in bad shape. Everybody's gone. You knew it was up when Cody left. When a man leaves a company he helped build, you know it's a problem.
Andrade is coming back.
Yep. They're saying he could be a surprise entrant into the Rumble.
They say he's gonna make a surprise appearance in the Rumble, but he's coming back. Andrade.
Ooh, it's getting interesting out here, people.
Listen,
In
Triple
these
H,
WWE streets, I'm telling you.
Triple H is clearly trying to put AEW out of business.
Oh yeah,
It is getting interesting, and just that quick, how quickly they fell, yo. Because AEW at one point everybody like, yeah, they're about to take over it, and then when I watched it, I was like, nah, their wrestling isn't up to par with their wrestling.
they didn't have any storylines.
Yeah,
They don't have. It's just they just throw matches together just to throw them together.
Yeah,
like they had the fantasy matchups, but no storylines.
No storylines. You can't survive in this day and age with no storylines. That's not gonna make it.
Yeah,
That's why if you look now, what is the AEW's hottest story? Adam Copeland and Christian. Why? Because it's a storyline.
but it's really based on their relationship, which was festered in the WWE. So you're still building off of somebody else's fire.
That's
Yeah.
That's what they do. What else they got? Because they don't have anything else.
listen, if I was AEW, I would talk to the WWE about interpromotional matches because it would only. I know. Well, Vince would never do it.
I don't think Triple H would do it either, just simply because Tony Khan has talked so much trash about it.
He's talked so much trash about the WWE, and
Yo,
even just last week, he was talking about.
I could see Triple H doing something with New Japan or with TNA before he did something with Tony Khan.
Yeah, last week he was bad mouthing the WWE about Jinder Mahal getting a title shot. What are you doing?
How many wrestlers has Triple H brought back that already had bad blood with the WWE? Because they said all type. If you can bring back somebody who smashes the Triple H chair,
but Triple H didn't even take that personally. Like, he knew what Cody was doing. Like, he said he spoke to him afterwards. Like, yo,
but Tony Khan is different than Cody. Tony Khan is different.
Like, I feel what you're saying, Mel, but I just think, I agree with J Mac. Like, I just don't see him doing business with Tony Khan like that.
I'm gonna tell you what AEW's issue is. Tony Khan needs to stop running the wrestling part of it. Run the money part of it. Just sign the checks. Stop trying to be a promoter. You're not a promoter. You're a fan.
I agree.
You're a fan. Get a general manager. Get a talent relations person to run the business of the wrestling. You don't know what you're doing. Go run the money. Sign the checks. Get sponsors. That's what you go do. Get out of that side of the business.
That's very true. And when because see, there was a chance when he had Cody and the Young Bucks and them just running the creative side of things so that they could build. And I think that's part of why Cody left. Like, Tony Khan decided he wanted to be Vince McMahon, and he's not Vince McMahon.
He's nowhere near Vince McMahon.
Like, at this point, Vince McMahon's not even Vince McMahon, which is why Vince McMahon is no longer involved in the day-to-day.
That's right.
Like, when Endeavor made this deal, the first thing they said to Vince was, great, merger's done. Yeah, so we're pulling you out of the day-to-day. You are more valuable to us as the chairman of the board. That's what you focus on. Triple H has what it takes for this generation. And he had to go with it.
Listen, and he's promoter of the year. He's already promoter of the year for me in my book in 2024. He got it for 2023. He's already promoter of the year. If he does nothing else this year, he's promoter of the year for 2024. Already.
It's very possible, but I haven't been watching any of the other ones that heavily to really make that assessment, because
TNA is in a good place right now. Like, TNA is in a good place.
New Japan is in a great place as well.
New Japan is always going to be great. They are so underrated. New Japan is so underrated.
And then you also got Raw. What's WOR? What's their name? Oh man, it's escaping me. But there are a few brands out there that are really doing. If I was Tony Khan, if the WWE wouldn't accept
ROH, Ring of Honor.
right, Ring of Honor, if WWE wouldn't accept a cross promotional thing, I would do it with the other smaller ones and say let's just
But
do it.
Tony owns Ring of Honor,
Yeah, Tony owns Ring of Honor.
and that's the thing. He could set it up.
He's not utilizing it properly.
No,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's dumb. You set it up with Ring of Honor, you set it up with New Japan, you set it up with TNA. That would be great because the type of matches you would get would be bananas.
But remember, that's what Cody and them were doing in the beginning when AEW first started. Because you had Moxley coming over after winning the New Japan title, the IGPW title, and coming over and defending it in AEW. Like, it was brilliant.
And you even had the great Muta retiring in that, which was just a brilliant.
Yeah.
listen,
You're not doing that no
even
more.
the match with Cody and his brother for the NWA World Title. That was a great match, man. That was good. You had different titles being defended in your promotion. Fans we love to see that.
Fans want to see
don't
cross
do
promotion. Right, because WWE, fans want to see that type of cross promotion. They want to see their dream matchups. So AEW at first, Cody and the Young Bucks and them were like, we're going to give people their dream matchups. We're going to build relationships with the other promotions so we can have these dream matchups. And Tony Khan
look at what Triple H did last year in the Women's Royal Rumble. He brought Mickie James in with the TNA Knockouts Championship around her waist. And played hardcore country coming to the ring. That would have never happened if Vince was running.
Right, if Vince was in charge, that would have never. But now Triple H is doing those things.
Right.
And so I'm looking forward to the Rumble Saturday because you don't know what the surprises are going to be. You have no idea who's going to show up.
I think Okada's going to be in there, Doc. I think the Rainmaker. I think Okada's coming down the aisle.
I think so.
I think Okada's coming down the aisle, buddy.
That would be the perfect thing. Just like we didn't when AJ Styles came and we didn't know like oh shoot, AJ Styles is in WWE. Like you look for that at the Rumble. You look for that. So that's going to be a big deal. I really think that the WWE is in good hands. I think Vince now. I mean, he didn't have a choice, obviously, but I think he realizes now the promotion's in good hands.
WWE is a juggernaut, man.
With Nick Khan running the business side of things and his son-in-law running the creative side of things, it's a juggernaut now.
Juggernaut.
Vince finally realized I can get out of the way now. He probably feels like I can die in peace now.
AEW's in the rearview mirror, man. It's
not even from a streaming service. $5 billion to a wrestling promotion.
Vince made $9 billion by selling it to Endeavor. So just think about all the money that's transpired in this last year.
Firstly, Vince sold the company for $9 billion and then got appointed as chairman of the board.
And then he sold some of his. Stock.
Yep. This dude is printing money.
Listen, it's going to be interesting. It's really going to be interesting to see because if, like you said, Bishop McCants, if Vince made $9 billion, how much money was really made on that situation?
Because that's what they reported. Exactly.
Exactly. And those Saudis got money. Bro, that's who bought it, the Saudis, right?
No, Endeavor.
Endeavor. The
Saudis were trying to buy it. They wanted it, but Endeavor outbidded them.
That's crazy to outbid the Saudis because the Saudis own a whole country.
But remember, the Saudis were not going to allow Vince to be the chairman of the board.
Right.
I'm sure that was negotiated into the deal. Vince was like, I'm going to sell the company and maintain control. That's what he did.
Look at how much money the WWE makes off of the Saudis just by doing those
doing those 3 events a year. They do those 3 Saudi shows a year and they make $1 billion.
Yeah, but this is the thing that nobody really gets about the Saudis. They think that the Saudis is a country. The Saudis are not a country. They are a family.
It's a
who
family.
own the country,
The country.
which is
Correct.
bananas. That is completely bananas.
It's a
One
royal.
family
It's a royal family.
The royal
They
family.
just don't. That's what it is. It's a royal family.
that took over that overthrew Arabia
Yes.
and named it Saudi Arabia. That
Yeah.
is bananas to me, dude.
Yes.
And they got money to burn. Period.
Bruh.
Yeah. They'll be living off of this money until forever.
And Vince just and Vince lucked out by the fact that they're huge wrestling fans.
Yeah.
Man, listen, they listen. Goldberg made $3 million himself off
Just
of
for
that.
going over for that horrible match.
For that hard, he did $3 million.
We almost killed the
for
Undertaker.
Roman Reigns for
For
Right.
the Roman Reigns match. Yeah.
7
$3
minutes,
million for
$3
that?
million.
Yeah, for that one night. Because like what the Saudis pay, because the Saudis pay for the premium talent. So that's why you got Undertaker's like the Undertaker talked during his one-man show, he talked about it. He was like, Vince, I'm done. I'm retired. Vince was like, yeah, but we got this show in Saudi. All right, I'm gonna give you 10 million. And
They
Undertaker went,
gave Goldberg
okay, one more.
They gave Goldberg $3 million for 7 minutes against Roman Reigns.
Yeah. And Undertaker made 10 million for
fighting Goldberg.
For
Yeah,
Goldberg.
before
I'm fight the entire roster
for $10 million.
for one night.
For
What?
one night.
Pin them all down.
For 7 minutes of work.
7 minutes of work, $3 million.
10 minutes
Listen
if
to
you
me.
include the ring entrance.
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
Just think
Because
about
because
it.
the Saudis wanted to see the Undertaker.
Just think about it. Roman Reigns.
That's why Triple H
entrance
and
is
Shawn
7 minutes.
Michaels got back in that ring and did that horrible tag team match against Undertaker and Kane.
Roman
Because
Reigns.
The
Roman
Saudis
Reigns-
wanted to see it.
Roman's entrance is 7 minutes.
Right. Although his WrestleMania entrance last year was fire.
It was. But I'm just saying, his entrance was just as long as the match.
It really was. It really was. It
Back
really
on that-
was.
Back on that Roman Reigns situation, I think it's best to let Randy take that belt off him, because Randy said something that I don't know if everybody picked up. Roman said that he's the head of the table. He said, "Yeah, you might be the head of the table, but I'm the legend killer."
The Legend Killer.
Woo!
Yep.
I'm like, ah!
Yeah.
I said, I heard that. I said, the Legend Killer's back.
I'm like,
It's
hey, yo,
interesting.
if they let him bring back that punt,
That punt is scary. Well, hey, they brought back the curb stomp, so the punt's not off the table.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm
Remember,
like.
they had banned the curb stomp.
If they
I
keep
would
this
let-
belt on Roman after next Saturday, then you already know that this is going to be for the time that
Because
Roman's
Roman is going to be for the title at WrestleMania 40, which
because they already reported he's not going to be at Elimination Chamber.
I want to see the match, but I don't want to see it for the title.
Me either.
Yeah, neither
I
do I.
agree. We're all in
Just the
agreement
head of
with
the
that.
table. Yeah,
Yeah, it should just be for
It doesn't need it.
to be the true tribal chief.
exactly.
It doesn't need it. The tribal chief moniker is enough. You don't need the belt. You don't need it there.
And then let
Firstly,
the tribal
kudos-
chief unify the families.
Kudos
Right.
to Roman Reigns for creating the tribal chief gimmick.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Absolutely
I will
brilliant.
give him that.
Because
that-
because they are truly the Samoans are the royal family of
Of
wrestling.
wrestling,
Period.
definitely. And some of the older ones can still fight.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, can you imagine if Haku came out?
I would like to see Roman Rock for the WrestleMania for the tribal chief moniker in a lumberjack match with the family
With-
around the ring.
What do you do? What do you do with Cody?
No, but I'm saying without the belt involved. That's what I would have liked to have seen.
But they're going to
With-
make that the main event.
Yeah,
That would
But
that
who's
the
following-
main event
but
easily.
remember,
But who's
WrestleMania is two
gonna fight?
nights. That could be the main event of night one, and then the title match for Cody can be the main event of night two.
Yeah,
or
but what
Cody
about the
can
world
no
title?
Cody could be the
What about the world title? You
well
forget
the
about
world title. They're saying that Seth is going to be ready by Mania, but I don't know. We're talking about a partially torn MCL here.
Gunther is going to be the new champion.
Nah, it's
I
gonna be
don't know.
it's gonna be Cody. It's gonna be Cody CM Punk. Yeah, I mean
For
Seth,
the world
Seth,
title.
it's gonna be
Seth
CM Punk
CM Punk. Seth CM Punk has to happen.
because they already promised CM Punk he gonna main event WrestleMania, so
And
he
you're
got
probably-
to get night one.
You're probably gonna get Cody Punk at SummerSlam.
Yes, I agree.
You probably get Cody Punk, and all the more
Which
reason
will
why
turn Cody
Roman
heel.
doesn't need the belt.
But then
Because
you're gonna
then
have so it's gonna be
then you got
champion
it's
versus
wide
champion.
open.
It's gonna be champion versus champion. You saying?
You could do that at WrestleMania. At
but I-
SummerSlam.
But I think if they do Punk, no, if they do,
Or
if
you
they
can
make
do a winner
Cody,
take all at SummerSlam and throw Randy Orton into the mix.
listen, I really believe in order for Cody to be effective, he cannot win the belt right now, and don't let him win the belt, which will turn him heel. You turn Cody heel, now we're gonna cook with something.
Yeah, but it's too many kids love him. They're not gonna turn him.
Cody is a big time face right now.
He's the
And
face of face of faces
Cody
in
has-
the WWE.
The dilemma is Cody has to finish his story.
He
And he
has
has to finish it this year. He has to, because if they drag it out another year, then the people get bored with it and they turn on them anyway.
They're gonna turn on. They're
Unless
gonna do what
he
AEW
turns
fans did to him.
Heel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Unless-
can force if you don't have him finish the story, then he has to turn heel, in my opinion. That's the only way to keep him fresh.
But
And
they're
then
gonna let him finish it.
so corny. He's so
A lot of
corny.
people
yo.
they don't like Cody. They think
But
he's
you got to remember the biggest pops at WrestleMania are always when the babyface wins the main event.
I hear you, but listen what I'm saying.
This is about money.
He was
Remember, it's just about
supposed
printing
to-
money.
He
This
was
is all
supposed to win it last year,
I agree.
but the pop for Homeboy was so heavy over Cody that they had to change the whole script. You know what I'm talking about? Who got
Yeah,
kicked
for
out
Sami
the
Zayn.
bloodline?
For Sami Zayn.
He was Sami Zayn was so Sami Zayn was Daniel Bryan over.
It
they poured
was
cold
Daniel
water on
Bryan,
his
Kofi
run.
Mania all over
Didn't they?
again.
They pour cold water on it because
They really did.
me, I knew they weren't going to do it, but Sami Zayn should have beat him last year.
Sami Zayn should have beat him at Elimination Chamber.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, in his
Sami Zayn should have beat him
hometown,
at
in front of his family. Yes.
Yep.
And for a minute, I thought they was going to do it.
Nah, I knew they
But-
weren't.
But remember, Vince was still in charge. Like Triple H would have did something crazy like that.
Yeah.
I think Triple H would have done something crazy like that. But they wanted to get Roman at least to 1,000 days. But here's the thing.
They
I
dragged
agree.
it out too long. The story is so dead now.
And that's why I feel like they got to get the belt off Roman, because, like you said, now they're talking about him catching Hogan. That's not important. Not to today's fan. Today's fan doesn't care. I hate to say it, but today's fan doesn't care about the legacy of a title reign.
Right.
That's
Right.
not important to them. So
and
keeping
and
it on 1,000
if
days
you're
was
not going to
cool.
let him
but
catch
that's it.
Bruno, if he's not
Then
catching
it's
Bruno,
pointless, right?
it don't right. That doesn't
Pointless.
matter.
And he's not going to catch Bruno.
See,
Nobody's
and
catching Bruno.
my thing is this: even though Roman Reigns in the past 3-4 years has been the man, it's only been the last 3-4 years. Hogan was the man for
Ever.
20-something years.
We're celebrating
Bruno
40 years of
Sammartino.
Hulkamania this year.
Yo, Hogan
40
is still the man. Did
years.
y'all hear Hogan just pull somebody out of a car wreck that the car flipped over? Hogan pulled them out.
No, I didn't hear
Yeah.
about that.
Hogan's
wow.
born again too. Did you hear about that?
Yes, I did hear about that. That I did hear.
Everybody's born again now.
Well, you know that. That's why I said it.
Yeah.
But Hogan,
But let me put this out there, and then I gotta go. But
yeah, we got to roll
what,
out. This is
what
almost
has
done.
what has Roman Reigns? We talk about this historic reign. Everybody talk this historic reign of Roman, right? I have yet to find, and I know y'all said
I know where you're going with this. That's what we like. Nope.
I know where I'm going, right?
Yeah.
What has been the historic match? What has been the signature match? Because it's not Brock Lesnar. No. What has been the signature match that Roman has had? We'll be like, man, like you point to Hogan. Hogan got several matches you could point
Hogan
to.
has several. Firstly, there's him beating the Sheik to win the title in the first place.
Yes.
Then there's WrestleMania 3 where he slammed Andre the Giant.
Yes.
And don't forget about Orndorff. Don't forget about Macho Man.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. The Mega
Ultimate
Powers explode.
Warrior.
That
Ultimate
was
Warrior Skydome.
Yep.
Ultimate Warrior
Yep.
Skydome. The Mega Powers explode a year later against Savage when Miss Elizabeth turned on him after
Even him beating Yokozuna, which I didn't agree with.
Yeah, with
beat
the
Yokozuna.
Yeah, Bret Hart got buried in that. That was terrible.
Yes, but he beat Yokozuna.
Yep.
So, but I don't see any signature moment.
There is none. There is
Okay.
none.
Hogan Rock at WrestleMania 18.
I was just about to go. To me,
And
one
we're
of the
talking about
greatest
an
matches
old
in
Hogan,
WrestleMania history.
right? And that's an old Hogan. That the Rock turned. The fans turned Hogan babyface in that match.
Yo.
The
And
fans
they went with
turned
it.
Hogan babyface.
But Roman
Hogan.
doesn't have a signature.
He doesn't
moment.
have that.
That's
He
why
doesn't.
I don't. To me, this is just. It's just like okay, whatever, because he has not had a signature match. Not
No.
one.
Because they've always written it.
Tribal
They've
Chief
always-
story, the bloodline thing, the bloodline. Honestly, Jimmy J and Sami Zayn have carried this title reign because of the bloodline story.
Exactly.
They carried his title reign.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like and that was the thing. They never let him win any matches cleanly.
Yep.
So
That's correct.
so you pull away from the legacy.
And everybody keeps saying, "Oh, he's
And
a
if I'm
heel.
Rock, I bring that up.
He's a heel." Ric Flair had the Horseman. I said, wait.
But
Ric Flair
Ric
only
Flair
had
won.
the Horseman on TV.
Right.
He was a traveling world champion. The
Right.
Horseman did not go
They
everywhere.
didn't go with him everywhere.
and listen, you can't
Ric Flair
compare
was
the
defending the
Horseman
title
to
in other territories.
you can't
Yes.
compare the Horseman to the bloodline because
It's
the
not the same.
Horseman
No.
was something that the Horseman a whole
The Horsemen
different level.
They're the original super team.
And that's when they were really wrestling back. This is sports entertainment. That was wrestling.
Yes.
They are the Horsemen were the
but
original
that's the
super team.
fans love to do. They love to compare it to Rick. Oh, he's a heel. Yeah, he's a heel. But Flair has had signature matches. You could go down the line, Ricky Steamboat.
I was gonna say Flair, every iteration of Flair Steamboat. Every time they locked up, it was a classic.
Flair,
Yep.
Flair Sting.
Flair
Flair
Sting.
and Sting.
Yep.
Flair and Macho Man at WrestleMania.
Listen,
WrestleMania 8.
listen to this. Macho Man with just the IC title
Oh,
is
yeah.
better than a Roman Reigns.
He was
Yeah, And he held it for 2 years.
until
You hear
Gunther
me?
until Gunther recently. Macho Man was the last great IC champion.
Yeah, and that's a fact. That's
Yeah.
a fact. Because you can remember the Macho Man Steamboat matches,
Oh
the
man,
Macho Man Hogan's, the
I would-
Macho Man Jake the Snakes.
I will never forget being stunned when he crushed Ricky Steamboat's larynx with the
Oh,
bell.
yeah.
sir.
Listen,
I'm
And-
watching
and-
this going,
my dude.
oh my god! My grandmother's like, turn that off.
Yo,
She thought it
and
was
wasn't they
real.
got so mad that he came out and fought him?
Yeah,
Yo, I was like,
Yo. So that's what storylines they that's when they lived the gimmick.
Macho Man was the ultimate heel back then.
Oh, absolutely.
ultimate. He was such a good heel. You hated him until you loved him.
Yes.
He was
love the
Stone
way-
Cold before Stone Cold was Stone Cold.
Yes.
He's the reason why I got into wrestling was because of the Macho Man.
Yo,
He's the reason why.
dude.
Macho Man and then the Macho King.
Right. And
Ooh,
yo,
yeah, dig it.
the gimmicks that they had back then was crazy. The talent, yo. Even people never say nothing about this man right here, but even this dude had a great career. Coco Beware.
Oh yeah.
I saw a video package of him recently. He used to do the Ghostbuster.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The Ghostbuster. Yeah,
Was it the
man.
Ghostbuster or the Brainbuster?
Yeah. But he started
He called
calling
it it's a
Ghostbuster.
brain buster. It's a brain buster
Okay.
pile driver, but he called it the Ghostbuster.
Dude, yo. I mean, yo, 80s WWE was phenomenal, but they had to be Hogan rescued him. You know what I'm saying? Then we
Hogan
moved
saved the
into the
company.
attitude that those two eras, I I'm starting
the
to enjoy
superstar era and then into the attitude era.
Mr.
Dude,
Perfect was another great IC champ, by the way.
definitely.
I love Kurt Hennig.
Definitely.
And another great heel.
Yes.
Definitely. And of
Love
course, when
Kurt
he was out
Hennig.
on home,
Yeah, love Kurt Hennig. Yeah, man. But listen, we got to do this again. We got to do a wrestling.
We gotta
show.
do a pure
gotta
wrestling
do
show. We gotta do a pure wrestling show.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe after Elimination Chamber. Well, no,
Yes.
Elimination
We'll
Chamber is like
we'll put one together.
we'll put
Yeah,
one together. It
let's
it
get
won't
the
be
dates
right after
together.
Elimination Chamber because Elimination Chamber is gonna be in the middle of the day because it's gonna be in Australia.
And
It'll be
and that'll really put us on the road to WrestleMania because WrestleMania is the next one after that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then we could definitely do one at WrestleMania because that's gonna be a lot of fun. But as
Yeah.
always, thank you
I
all for
couldn't get
being
tickets;
on.
they were too expensive, too rich for my blood, man.
Yeah, they're nuts right now. The aftermarket is absolutely crazy right now for WrestleMania tickets. Because I was looking too, because I'm like, it's right in Philly. I might have to take that drive, but I'm like, yeah,
I would have took the drive down. I was going to do it, but I was like, man, even if I went down to the Busted Open show down at the ECW arena, I was thinking, but I think about doing something like that. But anyway, this was a great show tonight. Knicks are over 10 games over. Great show.
Knicks are 10 games over. Got to talk about some really good topics, cool topics. Thanks to all that joined us tonight. LB, David Wright in the chat, Pastor Jamel Lewis, Gerard Davis, Chris Burton, Donald Corey Ballard, Q the Prophet. Who else is on here? Mike McFadden, all of you. We appreciate you. Until next time, orange and blue skies are out over New York. Knicks win 108-103. And then Thursday night, Denver Nuggets come in. The Knicks will try to go to 11 games over 500. Till Thursday night, we'll see you then. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Break 'em down.